All right, y'all. So last month's was Parasite. It was a first timer for me. I know a lot of people have probably seen it in the past, or like maybe there's a second watch, or at least seen bits and pieces of it. I remember talking to people saying like, "Oh yeah, I started it, didn't finish it, yada yada, whatever." But it is my first watch. I don't know how you finished. Yeah, bro, I went crazy today, bro. I went crazy today. No cap. I woke up at like 9. And I straight fucking just I was watching the whole time since 9 o'clock. I watched a little bit last night too, but um since 9 o'clock I was fucking going crazy, bro. And I'm gonna be honest, like the binge wasn't what I expected it to be. Binge wasn't what I expected it to be. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for this anime, bro, I've seen like clips and like certain like pictures and shit, and I didn't know what it was gonna be, but I knew it always looked funky because like when I saw the parasites in their forms and shit like that, whatever, from like passing, I just knew the shit was gonna be wonky. I'm like, bro, I really might not be able to get, I might not be able to finish the show. Like, I might not be able to, like this was me before the WeWatch because I know I just I don't like the look of it. It just felt wonky and like just too strange and abnormal. Like from an animation standpoint, it just didn't look like it was the greatest. But upon watching the beginning, I know it came out like 11 years ago. I know, but when I started it and I was watching the beginning, I was actually pleasantly surprised because I thought it was gonna be more of a problem for me, and it ended up actually not being too distracting or too terrible. And I like how they just got right into the beginning, like they just straight up first episode, somebody's head getting fucking chomped off. You know what I'm saying? Bro getting invaded, his body's getting invaded. Talk about he saw a fucking snake and shit, and you know, the parents saying it's a dream and stuff, whatever. So I like the pacing. I think it got right into it, and I was a okay with it because yeah, bro, that was just it, bro. Into the thick of it. But yeah, in the beginning, like I think some notables that for me that kind of like kept me going and kept me interested was how they were gonna unfold when it came to the parasites and how they were gonna use different people who had different I guess like takeovers or different. I don't know how to explain. I don't really know how to explain it, but like every parasite was different. Obviously, like his parasite, it wasn't able to get to his brain, and it only got to his arm because he was trying to fucking cut all blood circulation and fucking from his arm and shit like that, whatever. So yeah, I wanted to see how they were gonna do that dynamic. Off rip, I didn't really like know how I was gonna feel about the characters. They kind of were just there. But I wanted to see like certain things unfold. You know what I'm saying? Murano, um, the glasses girl in the beginning was pretty funny. She was the homie. She was hooking it up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really care about the romance to be honest, but I really just wanted to see how they're gonna do with the whole like parasite concept. I like that aspect. They had different levels of parasite. Exactly, like different levels of like takeover percentage. Like some people like would take over 70% of the body, or they'll take over like the brain, or some people take over like the legs. Like I didn't know if they were gonna do that well. And honestly, I think they did it pretty well. But yeah, the beginning wasn't too crazy for me. I'm trying to remember after fucking watching like 1,000 episodes. There's something that happened in the beginning too that caught my eye that I kind of liked. Besides Miggy, I think Miggy was fucking amazing, bro. I think Miggy was super dope in the beginning. I liked how Miggy was like fucking reading books and like like legit just like becoming a fucking brainiac in like the span of a day and shit like that, whatever. I liked that. I liked Miggy's like, character. That made me enjoy the whole parasite thing a lot more. And the whole like it doesn't have feelings, but it's logical. I like that. I always love that aspect. I love that because in different animes and even like in real life, bro, it's all about like moral compass and moral reasoning and stuff like that, whatever. And I like that bit of like I like that logical standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like Miggy was like, "Hey, listen, bro, we just got to coexist." So if people, you know what I'm saying, people try to fuck around, find out, it's GG's for them. I really don't care how it feels. But it's gonna be GG's for them, whatever. But Miggy was like logical and sort of reasonable when it came to like fucking what is the guy's name? Shinichi. When it came to Shinichi, Shinichi in the beginning was low key like pissing me off. I'm gonna be honest. That shit was pissing me off in the beginning. The mouth guy pissed me off for some reason. The mouth guy. Guy was speed running. Yeah, the mouth guy was hilarious, bro. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess like I don't know. I liked it. Every episode got better for me, um, as it pertained to the beginning. So, CJ, you could tell me how your rewatch went.
I had thought you seen this already.
No.
Hmm. I thought that's what you meant when you said like you're not trying to binge the whole thing,
Oh no no no.
because you maybe thought it was slow at the beginning, so you didn't want to binge it all. Oh, so you was going off of you just thought it was wonky when you saw like different clips of it.
Yeah, I only saw clips of it, and it was like I saw the way the parasites look, and I was like, bro, this is this is funky, bro. I don't know if I like it.
Eh, I didn't feel nothing about it, but yeah, this is at least my third time watching this.
Damn.
Now that I think about it, because I had watched it way back in the day, and then when I recommended it to someone back in like 2020, I ended up rewatching it again, and then low key I recommended it to someone later that year, and like partially rewatched it again. For some reason, when I recommend shit, like I just want to rewatch it and a little bit just to see what it's like at the start to just imagine what they're going through while watching it at the start. And like this show, I don't know what it is, bro, but I somehow forgot most of it. I thought I remembered, but
Uh
I forgot most of it. Like a lot of shit that happened, I'm like, wait, that happened?
huh.
So anyway, when I when I first watched this show, and even this time, this is how I know this show is good, because I think I felt the exact same way as when I first watched it years ago. This is definitely, it holds up to time. Even after watching like 100 anime since I watched this,
Mhm.
it still holds up the exact same. Maybe even better, actually. It might have even gotten better. The first thing I noticed when I was watching this, like once you get past the initial scene with him, crying about, oh, worms in my arm, blah, blah, blah. We don't know
Mhm.
what's going on.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, another one of these freaking out ass characters. I don't know what he's tripping over.
Yeah, he was
But then
tripping. He was
we
bugging.
we come to find out, freaking parasite dug into his damn arm and shit. Off rip, I really liked Miggy, even though
Nice,
he
Mickey.
has no emotions or whatnot. Something about the way he talks, I like the way he talks.
Facts. I really
And
enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
it was like the most soothing, emotionless creature. Normally something with no emotion pisses you off, but for some reason, like his voice and everything just calms me.
It just calms me. It's crazy. I'm dead, bro.
Cause you know, it may not be, it may not have the feelings and true understanding of human nature and whatnot, but
Yeah.
I can relate to some good logic.
That's what I'm saying. I fuck with the logic behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely fuck with that.
As long as not being completely unreasonable, which he never is really,
Right.
I
Facts.
can mess with that. Yeah. So I was always cool with Miggy. And then like once we got to like toward the end of the first episode,
Mm-hmm.
one thing that stood out to me, or maybe even going into episode two, one thing that stood out to me was like this show. I just remember thinking like, damn, this show has some real script. Cause like a lot of shows I've been watching in the past year,
Mm-hmm.
even though they were good and all, like I just felt like I was going through, you know, like the okay, we got this corny character here, we got this goofball here, we got this
Yeah,
generic line here. When this show started off, there was not a single generic line, bro. It was just straight spitting. Miggy's here spitting knowledge. The script was completely different from most shows.
yeah.
They try to like give a little hint at romance, but it never like focused on that at all,
Facts, which I liked a
which I
lot.
actually liked. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that a lot because I'm like I'm tired of dudes pursuing girls and the same old script, the same old bullshit. I'm like this show is on some real script writing right now.
Facts.
The shit Miggy is saying is crazy.
I felt the Miggy
Like,
heavy.
dude, really, yeah, they really put some real thought into these scripts, and it felt refreshing to me because
Facts.
I was getting tired of the same old bullshit. And one thing that stood out to me was when Miggy's learning the human language and he's researching while Shinichi's asleep and whatnot, and then Shinichi wakes up and they start talking. He says he's like Shinichi's like calling him a monster, like what are you, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And Miggy says these things you refer to as demons, it seems like humans most closely resemble them because that's
Yes.
what you guys do. You guys are destroying the planet. You guys are eating everything.
And killing each
You
other.
guys are freaking, yeah, killing each other.
Facts.
Like, you guys seem to be the demons. And
That's
I was
facts.
like, bro is not lying.
Bro, that ass. That's facts.
He's
That's
not
facts.
lying, bro. And another quote he said later on in the show, which also hit,
Hmm.
was like, "Oh, freaking humans." He said like the parasites were trying to coexist with the humans, and Shinichi's like, "What? What the hell? Blah blah blah. Can't do that. Blah blah blah. How could this? How could they even think that?" And then Miggy's like, "Bro, like, what's so hard to believe? Like, you guys coexist with your freaking livestock. You guys coexist with all the shit you eat. You want to coexist with other things, but the moment something threatens to eat you, you want, oh, it's evil. You gotta kill it. Blah blah blah. Now you see how it feels, but you want to coexist with shit you gonna eat, right?"
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, bro, there's no way. That's facts. That's facts.
I'm like, yo, dude is straight spitting.
Spitting. I felt the Miggy
Like,
heavy, bro.
drop an album. God damn.
He said drop an album. Nah, Biggie was he
Yo,
was really talking
straight
that shit though.
bars on bars on bars.
Nah, he was talking that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He definitely was.
Yeah, and I also like the different elements, the different type of parasite. Like you see the dog parasite,
Exactly.
the parasite took over a bad host. You see the parasite that fully took over the brain. You seen like all these variations,
Yep.
and every fight, like I was wondering how the fights would go, but every fight played out completely different, different variations. There's always stuff to learn, and I really liked how it was going.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing I was nervous about. Was the fights because I didn't know how the fights were gonna go with these. With the parasites and shit. I'm like, it's probably gonna be like mid action. But honestly, it wasn't bad. It wasn't like over the top or nothing like that. The animation wasn't over the top. Uh, but it didn't really bother me, to be honest. I feel like they did enough that it was just enjoyable to watch and that it was like interesting. I didn't really care for it to be like some high level like fucking fighting and high level animation. I just think they did a really good job with how they like divvied up, you know, just different areas like the love aspect, the parasite aspect, the notion aspect, the difference between the humans and the parasites and demons and how things are perceived. Like I liked all the concepts that they were throwing in it. So it didn't really bother me that the fights weren't like insane, but they're really good. They were solid for sure. Smithy was like, it's deep and they can bring up good topics, exactly. Emotions and what it is to be human, exactly. Um, that we did get a little love triangle. We did get a little love triangle with Murano and Kana. And honestly, this was one of the things that actually really made me enjoy the anime was they started to develop the characters better because when we first meet the dude who like bullied Shinichi, right? And then we see him being bullied by these other dudes with Kana, right? And that's when Kana like looks in his eyes and sees the demon inside for the first time, right? And then like the next time they saw him, it was a little different, and she was like, "No, just stop, like leave him alone, like whatever." And I liked her dynamic because we didn't know if she was a parasite or not, but for some reason she had the sense, right? She could sense him, which she thought it was only him, the soulmate sense, but it was actually just parasites, whatever. So I liked I liked how her character was developing. We didn't really get to see the first bully too much, but I didn't really care about him. The blonde dude who was obsessed with Kana, he he was good for his role. I would say he was good for his role, but the fact that like, okay, now we need to figure out how like Shinichi and Migi are gonna like unfold with his new powers, and like with Migi becoming more advanced and stuff like that. We gotta figure out this dynamic, and now we're kind of thrown off because okay, now Kana has fucking sense. She can like sense parasites, bro. So it's like, is she a parasite or not? And the only time you could actually like sense her signal, which was super weak, was when she was like concentrating trying to find Shinichi. So that kind of piqued my interest because I didn't really know where they were gonna go with that. And even her character, I liked her like she wasn't like in the beginning, she wasn't super obsessive, and she was kind of like a reasonable person, and she was kind of like the unknown factor that I was looking for. So I was hoping that she was gonna be a parasite and like they would have done more of it, you know what I mean? But that was my first glimpse of like, okay, I'm peaked, like I'm my interest, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm definitely interested. Um, Also, I didn't really care for the whole like love triangle, whatever. How everyone's like on Shinichi's dick, whatever. But I was like, whatever. That's fine. That's cool. And then that's when we got introduced into the what's that guy's name? Hime or something like that. What's good, bug? What's that guy's name? The first like
The
bad,
the guy that showed up in their class?
yeah, the foreign exchange student, Hime or Hibe or whatever his name is. Regardless, that's when we got
No,
him.
no, 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 no. First, we get the lady.
Oh yeah, sorry. First we get the lady. Yes, you're right. You're right. First we get Tom, whatever her name, Reiko. We get Reiko, who is a parasite, but she's a like kind of like a passive parasite. Yeah, the math teacher. She's a passive parasite, and she's still like the unknown. You don't know if she's good. You don't know if she's bad. She's kind of just like, I notice you, you notice me. Right now, I'm not really looking for anything. I'm not like looking into anything. I'm kind of just like seeing how everything unfolds. And then her partner was the A guy who was kind of like the unstable parasite, and they had intercourse, and she was pregnant. Yes, she was pregnant. And then from there, A, the unstable partner, we didn't really know, he wasn't on the same wavelength as her clearly, and you can see even from the first time that A met Shinichi, he was like, this guy's dangerous, he should be eliminated off rip like that. Like he was not fucking with Shinichi at all. He said, bro, it's time to pack him up, keep it moving. And then that's when he came to the school and tried to fucking put him down, try to straight up like give him the work, give him the business, bro. Give him the business. And honestly, that was also the first like that was like a real fight. So I was like kind of like seeing like, all right, maybe we'll get more animation, maybe get a little bit more action. But it was steady. It was steady. I wasn't mad at it. It wasn't like, oh my god, this is insane. But I like how the fight unfolded, and I like how like Miggy is literally just the brains of the operation. He's literally just he's telling Shinichi what to do, how everything's gonna go down. Like he's telling him about power levels. Like I love when he like introduced the power levels and shit like that. Like I don't know. I think Miggy was a great character, but I like Miggy being like the brains of the operation, and that was a good scene for me. You want to touch on that or no?
So, one thing that really caught me, you know how, oh, first of all, there's that ongoing thing,
Mm-hmm.
which is subtle, and you don't think anything of it at first, but how the main girl is always like, "Are you Shinichi?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Are you
yeah,
really
yeah.
Shinichi?"
Yes, 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 yes.
You know, as he's like
Murano,
evolving, it
Murano.
like
Yep.
holds way more meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like that. And then one
That's
thing
good
that's
too.
real interesting, you know how what's the name, Kana?
Kinda, yeah.
We'll call it Kana, yeah. So you know, she looks at Shinichi and she like sees something in his eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like terrified. Now, the only time you truly see this, what it could have been, is when they meet Reiko. Bro, do you remember when she's on the stage and their eyes met? You remember the
Yes.
absolute demon he saw?
Yeah. Facts.
Like
Facts.
straight demon.
Yeah. Facts.
I was like, holy shit, is that what they see when they look in your eyes? Yo, that shit look
Nah,
crazy.
for
It's
real.
like you get sucked into a whole new world with a demon. All you see is like it looked like space and galaxies and all kinds of shit.
And then a
It looked
fucking
crazy.
diabolically evil face. Just fucking yo.
Yo,
Nah, that's just crazy.
that was the only time they truly showed it. But I'm like, if that's what they seen every time, I would run too. Like, what?
Nah,
That shit's crazy.
that shit's wicked, bro.
But yeah, but at the same time, I don't know, man. That crazy bitch was kind of a baddie on the low.
He said that
Who said that?
crazy bitch is
Anyway,
kind of a baddie.
I don't know who said that, but let's keep moving.
Oh my god.
So yeah, the I never expected this to be some crazy action anime on any watch.
Mhm.
The first watch, second watch, third watch. I was just I'm like, this is about the story. The action was just a plus,
Yeah.
and I had no problem with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the guy who was not on the same page as Reiko comes in, tries to kill Shinichi. It's a freaking ooh, Reiko. He ended up what happened to him? He got hurt somehow. I don't remember how.
was so hey, what did he
Was
do?
it the fight with Shinichi?
It was Miggy and Shinichi, and then I think Miggy was like, was this the first time that like they operated on? No, they couldn't. Not the first time they operated on separate fronts. I'm trying to remember how the fight went down. Does anybody remember how that fight went down? 'Cause
I'm trying to.
what I'm thinking is that I'm thinking that like Miggy was like parrying everything and just playing defense, and then
Yeah,
Miggy
they were
told
definitely
Shinichi to
doing
do
that.
something.
It's just I'm getting confused between the two school fights, so I'm
I
trying to
know.
differentiate which
Same,
was which.
same, same,
But
same.
anyway, he got hurt, and long story short, he tried to find Reiko for help,
Hmm.
and he got into the room she's in, and she set off like a freaking explosion and jumped out the window, blew his ass up,
Well, that
and then
was
that from there, huh?
was that A or was that the other dude?
Shit, I don't know, bro. But that's when she switched schools.
Hmm.
She switched schools. She changed her identity.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
went on to go learn more about parasites under her new identity, while also keeping this newborn that she claims she's gonna experiment on.
yeah. If I remember correctly, so the first fight with A is when Miggy was just being on defense because they were about even, but
Yeah,
this is where Miggy first pointed out we have an advantage because he doesn't think you're going to be able to do anything. He thinks you're too weak to do anything. So he tells Shinichi to keep moving forward, and I think he gave him a pole or something like that, a pipe or a pole, and
yeah,
another thing Shinichi impales him. Yeah, I think Shinichi impales him, and he's caught off guard, and then Miggy does like the finishing blow or something like that. Um, but yeah, that's like the first introduction to like how they can like their combo is different than other combos, and which is why they have an advantage in that regard. But yeah, continue.
yeah. Trying to remember what happened next.
Yeah, Reiko moves schools because the principal was asking what was the principal was asking her something, and then she said no need,
Oh
tended
yeah,
to
yeah.
believe
They
him.
had a meeting. Yes,
Yeah.
they had a meeting. They were like talking about her freaking baby and whatnot.
Hmm.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, you don't know who the father is and blah blah
Yes,
blah.
yes, yes,
And
yes.
she was like, bruh, I don't got time for all these unnecessary questions and all
Yeah,
this
you're so
hostility.
young.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out, bruh. And they were like, no, wait, wait, wait. She was like, nope, baddie gone. Bye bye. She was gone.
Patty gone.
And then I don't know if anything happened in between this, but that's when
The
she
mom.
started having a little organization. What about the mom?
So after, so Kyle's pointing out, after she ended up leaving and transferring schools, and she formed her own little organization. That's when the mom situation happened. When it
Was it?
really, yeah, because remember it happened really early
So,
on.
so the
Surprisingly,
mom happened before the transfer student?
yes, yes, because he appeared different with the transfer student. The transfer student was actually, yeah, the transfer student was later
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
was. Yeah,
Yeah, you're right, you're right. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, because the transfer student was like up in his business,
mm-hmm.
sensing the weak signal.
Yep, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was after. Okay, yeah, perfect. So now we get into one of the most important scenes, right, is where Shinichi is talking with his parents, and his parents, also W parents, by the way, they were W the whole time. I'm gonna be honest, the parents was W's the whole time, bro. Shinichi was
Yeah.
just acting like a weirdo, and obviously, he is a fucking parasite. But anyways, this is where they were like, we're thinking about going away for a vacation. You're gonna be home by yourself for X amount of time, whatever. What do you think? And at first, Shinichi was bugging because he didn't want them to get caught by a parasite, which was very reasonable. But obviously, they don't know that, right? So, and this is where like it wasn't really out that the parasites was like really moving and fucking smacking people. It was still just a mince meat, whatever. But it was like unlikely at the time. Then Miggy had convinced Shinichi that it's probably safer if they do leave because it's more prevalent near them, also near him because he's now a target as well. Um, so then that's when like Shinichi's mom was like, she got mad because she was like, like she's feeling some type of way because Shinichi's hiding stuff. He's acting weird. He's acting different. You know what I mean? And she's just like really concerned as a mother. She's just trying to make sure he's okay and straight, whatever. And then she was mad because she was like, just make up your mind. Like, what do you like? What is it? Do we think we should go? Do you think we should stay? Like, I can't get a hold of you. I don't know what's going on with you. I feel like you're just becoming different. Like, I don't know what's going on. So then they finally get past that and they go on the vacation. And then that's when you see, I forgot, it was just a random parasite, I guess. But that's when you see the random parasite just fucking absolutely like bop the mom on top of a fucking mountain as they're like looking at the sights. It's beautiful, sunny, beautiful, like, aesthetic, top of the mountains. And parasite just comes and then just yops her, bro. Just straight up like chops the face off. GG's. Pops calls from a fucking telephone booth while he's like leaking because he barely got away from the parasite and tells Shinichi basically Mom Dukes is cooked. She got packed up by a parasite and then he just fucking fell out and then we didn't know what was gonna happen to Pops. And this was like the first this is like the first like important scene for like Shinichi's growth because after that, it was said that like the Pops was hospitalized, was in hospital or whatever, and the parasite had looked up their address, I guess using the mom's information, and showed up to the house where Shinichi was as the mom. And Shinichi's in disbelief. He's like, "Mom, what happened?" He's like trying to like reason with her, even though she's a parasite. He's literally like just like his brain is just like not
He's
it's
having a mental breakdown.
yeah, he's processing, but he's not really processing what's going on. And straight up, the parasite, who's using his mom's body, literally just impaled him through the heart, through the chest, bro. Impaled him through the chest. And the whole time, I'm like, this fucking weak bitch. Like this weak bitch. I get it. I get it, bro. But like, I felt like he should have tightened up, bro. I felt like he should have tightened up. His oh shit alarm should have rang. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole pleading and like crying and walking towards her when you know she's a parasite. It's just like, bro, what? Come on, gang. That shit got me
Yeah,
a little aggravated. I'll be honest.
I mean, yeah, I know what you mean. Cause up until then, I thought this show like everything, the writing was just so good. And then here
Yeah,
is where it showed like some sus shit. Like this the
yeah.
type of shit I expected from other type of shows. Like this was a more generic response where he starts having a breakdown, and it's
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 justified.
understandable. It's
Yeah.
understandable. It's just I didn't want to see that shit. Yeah. So,
Straight
you
up.
know, it's a me problem. I didn't want to see that shit.
I
I
don't want to
wanted
see it
him to
either. Get to
I
work.
wanted him to
I
lock in, bro.
want him to
But
get busy,
yeah, he's
bro.
having a mental breakdown because the parasite has his mom's face, and he's trying to like he's trying to
He's trying to talk to the
talk to it,
yeah,
like
talk to
mom,
it.
are you
Like,
in there?
are you
Type
in
type
there?
vibes, like
Like, bro, she's
she's just
packed up.
gonna wake up. She's just gonna wake up and say, "My baby,"
Like,
and yeah, he gets stabbed straight through the heart,
what's up, Angel? How are you?
and he's just bleeding out on the floor. And then Miggy, the parasite, walks off, and Miggy is trying to repair his heart. Miggy, like, I think detached himself right
Two
there
people?
and tried to
You and
become the
Zero?
heart.
You and Zero,
Started
Angel?
pumping blood, started feeding him nutrients and stuff while
Yeah.
he's
Also,
unconscious for days on days.
this has never been done before because remember, Miggy said that it was possible for certain like connections or reconnections or whatever the case may be, or like to take over another part of the body, but it was highly unlikely. And this is the first time, obviously, this is the first time he's ever seen it. And like a lot of the parasites are like newborn, so like a lot of them don't know what's possible necessarily. But Miggy was like, if he's cooked, I'm cooked. So let me just get in there and try to do something, bro. Let me try to get in there and do something, bro. So that was fire because Miggy was just goaded, bro. Continue.
Yeah, Miggy's been
Paul?
nursing him for
Oh shit, I
a
gotta pull
whole
him
week
up.
basically,
I saw Zero
while he's
yesterday.
unconscious, while
I
the
saw Zero
heart
live
is
yesterday.
slowly being repaired and recovering. And
Hi, Paul.
oof, that's when he finally gets up. He gets up, he notices he don't need his glasses no more.
Yep, hair slicked back.
He on some Spider-Man vibes.
Yo.
Freaking like shit, I don't
This
need these
shit is
glasses, hair slicked
crazy.
back on some eyes and shit.
Yo.
Walks out the door. That's when he sees his childhood friend, what's her name? Moreno?
Yeah,
I'm bad with
Marina.
these names.
Yeah, Marina.
But yeah. She sees him. She's like, "Hey, Shinichi," and he's like, "Not now, babe. You gotta
I
go. Gotta go see my pops."
gotta
And
go see
then
my
she's like,
pops.
"What the hell? Why is he acting like this? Like, who
Bro,
is
I
this
did brand
guy?"
new,
She's like,
nigga.
You are Shinichi, right?" What you think, little bit?
He was moving hella different, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yes.
He was moving hella different. I ain't even gonna lie. When he came up brand new, bro, he's moving hella different, bro. Like, bro looked like a
Bro,
fucking Greek goddess all of a sudden, and he's like,
he
I
didn't
ain't really
even
got
like
time for real.
fully make eye contact at first. He was just
A little
like,
side
"Yo, new
eye.
number, who this?
It
New number, who this?"
was a little side eye and shit. I'm like, bro, that's crazy, bro. It did change it big time, bro. It changed it big time, which was like, and I was happy because I was like, all right, bet. Like, this is when we're really gonna get the work. This is when we're really gonna get the business, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know
Bro,
what
watch too
time
much
it is
shonen.
now, bro. Nah, but like you already know when people have their comeback arc, bro, it usually go crazy, bro. Especially like a near death experience. I'm like, we about to get some fucking Luffy 2.0 type beat, bro. Like, what's up, dude? And he ends up going to like he goes like far away, whatever, to see his dad because his dad's in the hospital. And he also is on the hunt. Now he's on revenge timing, right? Now he's on revenge timing to pack up the parasite that's holding his mom's hostage. He's like, nah, it's demon time now. Fuck is you talking about, bro? I'm finna really give him the work. I'm really finna give him the
Yeah.
work. No cap.
But
And then,
also, there's
go
a whole
ahead.
struggle between the dad. The dad wants to tell him what really happened,
Yeah.
but
Mm-hmm.
then the detectives come in there gaslighting him.
The detectives were so fucking annoying, bro.
Yeah, the detectives coming there gaslighting them,
Cause they knew what was going on,
talking
bro.
about,
They knew what was
yeah,
going on.
they knew what was going on, but they over here like talking
Oh, it
about,
must have
you
been a
see the
dream.
monster?
It must have been a
Nah, you
dream.
must have hit your head during the accident real hard, cause
Like,
they said your wife checked in the hotel. Like you tripping, my guy. Get some rest. We'll talk about it later.
never. We'll talk
So
about it never.
now he's like, ah shit, I shouldn't tell Shinichi, cause maybe I'm tripping. They don't know what I'm talking about. They see my wife on the camera. I'm tripping. So now he don't want to tell Shinichi, and
Yep.
he already called Shinichi saying he's gonna like tell him. So now Shinichi gets there and he's like, "Nah, forget it. I'm tripping." Blah
I'm
blah
like,
blah. And we was finally about to get a real conversation about the parasites between him and his parents.
exactly.
So I was sad about that
I wanted him to tell
because
him too.
Shinichi,
Yeah, he
yeah,
really wanted to tell him.
Shinichi ain't gonna just come out and say it if you don't even believe it yourself.
100%.
Because Miggy's
Also,
also like telling
yeah,
him, "Oh, don't share the information. We don't want to be a lab rat." Blah blah blah.
which is true. Like, Miggy's whole thing about telling people was that you can tell them at their own risk. Because if you tell them, I'm piecing them up. I'm getting them out of here. They getting packed up so fast. You should have, bro, you wouldn't even know that you told them. I'm packing them up. It's over. Like, you can go ahead and be Delulu, but I'm not on the same timing, big dog.
And
Okay?
it's funny
Like,
because Miggy's not emotional and he's not
bro,
like panicking or getting mad. He's
nope.
like, "Go ahead and tell him. I'll
Mm.
turn him into a freaking meat sandwich."
Yo, for real, bro. He said, I don't even need to eat them, but I will. Best believe me, I will, bro.
Like
Yo,
he's like,
Megan is
you over here
gangster,
yapping
bro.
all this shit. Like I'm not nervous. I'm not losing sleep, bitch. But you will.
Bro, he said, you doing too much talking, bro. You want to tell everybody? All right, go ahead, bro. Guess what?
Yeah, it's
They all finna be
he
on
don't
News
even.
12. Stop
There
playing,
came
bro.
a point where he don't even say shit. He just like popped that eye out.
Yo, and you know it's over. You know it's game time, bro.
He like say something else,
And say,
bitch.
yo,
Say
for
something
real.
else.
You know for a fact. You know for a fact. As soon as Shinichi started get talking a little bit, Mickey's like, all right, bro, keep testing me, bitch ass motherfucker. You gonna be like one of them, bro. Stop playing, bro. Listen, if I'm getting packed up, you getting packed up. We getting packed up, bro. Okay, what's good, bro? Yeah, no, that's what I loved
Yo,
about Miggy, bro. Miggy was goaded for that shit, bro.
yeah,
Miggy
that
was
shit was
goaded for
funny
that.
as hell.
And then this is where we meet Mr. Jaws, right? The OG parasite, because what's it called? Shinichi ended up staying at a hotel. The inn was run by this girl that he met on the train. She was crushing on him because he was super cool looking and like strong and tall and like, you know what I'm saying, was calm and reserved because motherfucker just had the craziest time skip I've ever seen. Um, and you know that's when Miggy was like, I sense him, and they're thinking that it's the mom's parasite, but really, it's just big man and parasite. It's just big man and parasite, bro. And this motherfucker is hopping over. He's running. This is when you finally see the effects of Miggy's 70% controlling his body and merging into his body, because now he can run like Usain motherfucking Flash, and this bitch is jumping over walls and buildings and everything you could ever think of. Okay, like fuck being an athlete, bro. This motherfucker is superhuman, just jumping and clearing everything, bro. To the point that he jumped over the wall. That Shorty was like, you have to go all the way around. This shit is looking like the Great Wall of China, gang. And he just fucking stand and jumped on that bitch. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So you got him being what is this called? Herculean or whatever it's called. And they find another pair that's just like them. The fucking, I forgot the big dude's name, whatever, but he still has his brain intact, but the parasite is in his jaw. And I didn't like the design. I really did not like the design, but I fucked with them
Yeah,
as
that
a
was.
duo.
I didn't like that mount design. That shit was crazy.
I didn't like the design, bro. I didn't like the design, but I fuck with them as a duo, and I was like, you know what? I can get with these bros. Even though Big Man was way too emotional, crying about everything. I'm like, oh my God, bro. But he represents what it's supposed to be like when you're like, you know, majority human. You still have your brain intact, your emotions intact. Yeah, he was just crying because of all the things that were going on. Shinichi ended up telling him about like why he's there and who he's looking for. You know what I'm saying? So, bro was emotional and checked out, whatever. But they became friends, and they named him they named the first parasite Parasyte. But when it became popular to use that as a term to reference the aliens, they had to change his name. Yeah, the design was good, but the characters were great. Oh, the design was not good, but the characters were great. Yeah, absolutely. Um,
I will say though, the the one thing, see the parasite, especially Miggy's just straight spinning bars,
yeah, Miggy's just
can't argue with
goaded,
anything. But the
goaded.
one thing that was throwing me off was how they couldn't see the significance of names. Because clearly I can't be just saying yo parasite or yo
Facts,
like yo I need your help. Like you
facts.
got to be addressed. Otherwise, how you gonna know I'm talking to you?
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
And then how you gonna differentiate between one another? What do you say? The parasite we met last week, the parasite we met last month, the parasite we met
Yeah.
at school. Come on now. You should see the importance of names.
And the parasites are bad with names, so they just let whoever the host is name them if that's the dynamic, whatever, and it ends up working out. But it was the names are super simple and super generic, bro. Like bro named Miggy because of his right hand. Like like all right, dude. Like what? But yeah, that's when we got to see them and their interaction, and then following that was the fight with the mom. And this is where like they called in the pair, the duo, Big Man and Jaws, to help, and they were in the woods in the mountains, whatever. They acted. So this is what I liked because we only really get to see two characters at this point in time, like two parasite characters that are actually intelligent, and we think, well, we don't actually know yet, but Jaws, Big Man's parasite, we didn't know how far along he was because they kind of introduced him as like kind of like goofy and like um not underdeveloped, but he just wasn't where Miggy and Reiko were. You know what I'm saying? In terms of
Oh, that's
like
because he learned off of TV
he
and
learned from
Goofy
T
shows.
exactly. Exactly. He learned from TV. So we don't get to see that he's really about that too. He's really about the work and the smoke. Because as he was fighting, so basically the mom's parasite came, found the pair. Meanwhile, Shinichi and Miggy are still trying to find them, and then everybody's trying to get it popping. So right now it's just Jaws and Big Man holding her off, and Jaws is like, "Yeah, this is probably bad. He can't do anything. It's just me. We're about even." But the pattern is super simple. It's slow, and it's directed at the same area every time. Right? The mom's parasite is literally aiming for the same thing every time, and we see he knows that like Jaws knows that a drawn out battle would be fatal. So what he did, which we didn't even notice at first, was that he let them get hit. He parried everything, let them get hit, but what he did is he's moved their vital organs from within the body to a different section of the body and fake death. I was like, what? Because you would not think that he was like intelligent like that, but he low key just fucking like clutch, bro. He low key clutch. That shit was crazy. I fucked with that heavy. And then Shinichi.
And
Oh yeah, go ahead.
yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
Shinichi. This was also like a moment where the show got a little real.
Yeah,
Other than the mom just dying, it got a little real because they plotted this whole thing. They're like, okay, we're gonna meet up. Shinichi is now like super athlete. We like, oh yeah,
yeah.
it
About
about
to
to be light
beat the
work.
brakes off this bitch.
We it's unfair at this point. 2v1, Shinichi's upgraded. We about to pack this dude out. But then boom, here we're hit with the Miggy gets tired.
Oh, facts,
Miggy needs to sleep. He's like,
facts.
Shinichi, I'm worn out. And he's like, what? What does that mean? He's like, I need to sleep. You're gonna
Yep.
be alone for 4 hours. He's like, what the yo?
4 hours.
Bro. And at this point, we're like, Miggy is like, without Miggy, 0% chance of winning up
Yep.
until now.
Yep.
So you got Fat Boy over here who's out of shape, whose parasite is not confident they could win at all. And then you got Shinichi with his parasite going to sleep
But he left him with the
at the
sword.
worst possible time. But he leaves him with a big ass sword. It's like, okay, bro. Like, what we gonna do with this shit? Like, for real, for real.
Hmm.
And at this point, when Shinichi finally shows up to the fight, Big Guy is already allegedly dead. So it's just Shinichi with his arm, no parasite, and shit is looking grim.
Oh,
Want to
that's it.
continue? What you were saying?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I was letting you run. I was like, go ahead, keep going, keep
Oh,
going.
also, something from before.
Mm.
When we saw the episode where the mom died, I remember
Yeah.
reading a comment. It was like, yo, these not right before that. It was like, yo, these parents are so W parents the whole show.
Yeah,
I got a
bro.
feeling they're gonna die. And I read that comment. Mind you, I've seen the show like at least twice before, and I read that comment. I'm like, why would they say that, bro? Like, come on
Why would
now.
they say that,
Like, like,
bro?
like, come on now. Just because they're good parents don't mean they gotta die.
Yo,
And
for
literally
real.
the next episode they
They
died. I was
died,
like,
bro.
yo, I don't even remember that shit. That's crazy.
Yo, it's crazy,
I didn't
bro.
even remember they died. That is so crazy.
Yo, they were W parents though. That they
But that
definitely
that's diabolical how
it
they try
is,
to kill out W parents.
bro.
It's either you have no parents the whole show or your parents gotta die. Like, what the hell?
Yo, like damn you do, damn you don't. But yeah, bro.
But yeah.
So now we got Shinichi and his sword, man, and he's like super athlete and super responsive. Like everything is like hyper sensing his senses, his movement, his strength, and everything. And he's able to see all the attacks, dodge all of them, and basically like body the mom's parasite for to a certain extent, right? Like he's able to hold his own. He's like like parrying, getting like little cuts off, whatever. But I forgot exactly what happened that made him have trouble. Do you remember what happened exactly? That made him have trouble because then that's when Jaws came and just fucking yopped that bitch.
I don't. I know Shinichi like sliced them up, but then
Oh, I
I
think.
don't know,
Oh,
either. What?
so he sliced her and thought that she was done. She ended up
Yeah.
not being done because she did something similar where she like took like a hit that's supposed to be lethal, but it ended up not being lethal because she like moved organs and shit like that, whatever around. And she was about to pack Shinichi up, and then Jaws came out of nowhere and said, "Like you thought, bitch. Slice, 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 dice, dice, dice. Game over." And then that's when like they're like, "Oh, I thought you were dead. We saw you." Shinichi's like, "I thought you were dead. I saw you over there. You had punctured hole." And then that's when we figured out, oh shit, Jaws is just really smart. Like he moved his organs around, like made sure that like they wouldn't die, basically. And they played possum. They played possum, got their lick back, and then that was it. But that was a cool like little that was a cool little interaction, you know what I mean? And then obviously Shinichi finally got his fucking lick back, which was really important because he wanted to put his mom's memory to rest, and he didn't want to see this parasite do obscene things dressed in disguise as his mom. So that was a good point. That was like a really good like interaction. And also I would say at this point too, to be honest, I think the first half for me, I think the first half carried. I'm gonna be honest, because as we're going through all this, whatever, um, more and more I just felt myself like addicted. More and more I felt myself like just like, oh, I love this. I'm enjoying it. I want to see the next episode. I want to see the next episode. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it just kept rolling. Like I couldn't stop. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't stop. I personally think the first
Yeah.
half was really, really strong for this anime. I think the first half was
I
really
I
strong.
also felt the same because even though I seen it before multiple times, and
Yeah.
even though even though spoiler alert, it's in my top 20 anime. Even though it's
Spoiler.
in my top 20 and whatnot, I didn't
Spoiler
think it
alert.
was moving like this. Like, I don't remember it moving like this. I don't remember the pacing being so good.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was gonna be a little slow at the start, but I was like, because I was just trying to only watch it while eating my food. But I slowed down my eating and finished the damn episode. I'm like, hold on, what we got cooking here, bro?
Nah, they was cooking for
Like,
real.
this shit is cooking.
Nah,
to
they
the
was cooking.
point where
They
I
was
was
cooking.
loading up like multiple episodes a day when I didn't plan to.
Yeah,
And I
bro.
was like, wow, all right,
This is what we doing
we
now, huh?
moving nicely.
Yeah, bro. So I enjoyed. I just wanted to say that because I really enjoyed it, and then like even like following that, we have the exchange student who is like Reiko's little puppet, right? Reiko has like this little organization broom, whatever, but she has like little puppets that she sends out because, like she said from the beginning, she wanted to study Shinichi and Migi and see their dynamic because she's never seen anything like it, right? Because Reiko, is a parasite who's taken over the brain, who's taken over almost like fully taken over the host. And she thinks that they're going to be a strong dynamic and a strong like uh asset to the future of the parasites and their longevity. So she's sending out this one dude, I forgot his name, I think his name is Hibe or something like that, whatever. And he's like this handsome dude, you know what I'm saying? Like girls fawning over him, Akihil's fawning over him, the other girl with the glasses fawning over him. And he's supposed to be like this like kind of like the surveillance whatever, but he's like lying through his teeth. He's talking about, oh yeah, I'm a passive one too. I can't even remember the last time I ate somebody. Meanwhile, he just like we literally saw the episode before he just bodied someone. Like, like he just bodied somebody. Like literally just caught a body, bro. And it's about, oh yeah, I haven't eaten someone since I can remember being born. Hideo, exactly. And I like this one because it was like it was kind of unique in its own way because he was playing the neutral role, and you got to see you actually got to see like the like of what they were saying when in terms of like referencing humans being the aggressors, being brutal, being beasts, being demonic, whatever the case. Because there's a point in time, even though Hide was like out for Shinichi. There's a point in time the blonde haired dude who's obsessed with Kana, or Kana's ex boyfriend. He saw Kana talking to Hide and felt some type of way about it and tried to bully Hide. So he got him and his boys because Hide like bitch slapped him at one point, whatever. Um, I forgot what that was over, but he had bitch slapped Kana's ex at some point, whatever. So he got him and his posse and his crew, including Boss Man now, and they trying to jump Hide. And then that's when like Shinichi and Migi, they're like, oh shit, we feel bloodless. We gotta fucking sprint. We gotta get there in time because he's about to just catch a body, bro. Hideo Shimada, yeah, Shimada, whatever his name is. But I like this because when Shinichi got there, he was like you can't do this. Stop. Like what are you doing? And Hide is like, yo, they started the fight with me. I'm just defending myself because he was straight up. He was. He should have was defending himself. He wasn't really like, even though we know he's looking for a body, that wasn't his fault. If anything had happened to them, that's of their own accord. You know what I'm saying? And these are the same people who wanted to bully Shinichi, who wanted to bully the other dude that bullied Shinichi. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a recurring, it's a recurring fact that like humans are just as bad as these parasites and these aliens. And then Shinichi's like, you know what? You're right. Get out of here. I'm gonna handle it, bro. And he just like one tap everybody. Like he don't kill nobody, but he just one tap everybody. Like, I'm different than I used to be. Y'all need to get the fuck up out of here, bro. You and your boss go suck a fat one. Leave. Straight up. Like get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm not really trying to be here. I'm not really even trying to help y'all, but y'all lucky that I am here. Type shit. You wanna add anything before I go or no?
No.
Okay. So now we're getting to a point where Hide is ready to make his move, quote unquote, and this is when we find out that, or not when we find out, we know, but this is when the glasses girl, this girl right here, she's been watching Hide because she has a crush on him. So she low-key been stalking his ass. Everybody in this, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of stalking going on in this show. I will say that. There's mad stalking going on in the show. Like hella stalking. Like
Yeah, they got nothing better to do, bro.
now that I'm actually thinking about it, there's mad stalking going on. Cause Kana stalks Shinichi. Um, what's it called? This girl is stalking Hide. Murano Loki stalking Shinichi, Shinichi stalking parasites. It's just like, bro, there's just hella stalking going on, bro. But
That's what
she,
happened when you don't watch anime or
yeah,
play
Reiko
games,
stalking
man.
everybody. Shit, Hide stalking Shinichi. Like, it's just mad weird shit going on. But anyways, she is stalking Hide, and then she finds out because her brother is the design or the sketch artist for the cops. Okay, and he is his profession, but she's really good at it too. So she had made a drawing of Hide, whatever, and then someone had mentioned that his face almost felt too perfect. The other girl was like,
Oh, that's the girl in the classroom. Yeah.
"Yeah." The girl was like, "Oh, he almost looks too perfect. It's almost like it's fake." And then this girl, glasses girl, was like, "You know what? You might be onto something." And then she talked to the brother. The brother was like talking about like, "Oh, this monster is just like from a TV show." And then you had the TV show on of a monster that looked like one of the parasites, eating the host. It was all comical, whatever. But she's putting everything together. And as she's stalking Hide, she literally sees him change his face. Like, straight up. Literally sees him change his face. She goes to the brother. She's like, "Tell me what's going on, bro, or I'm beating your ass." The bro was telling her, like, "Yo, this is actually an alien. It's a parasite. We got shit going on. Shit not looking too hot. We might gotta abort mission," type beat. And she's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." And the brother asks her, "Oh, do you know anybody?" She's like, "No." And this is where she writes a letter to Hide because she's like, "Oh, I can reason with him." But what I liked from her is that she ain't stupid. She knew that there was a possibility that she was finna get packed up, so she brought out some chemicals. She brought them to the science class. She's like, scrummaging through stuff like, what can I use just in case I need to defend myself? And she had some like chemical fucking acid, whatever, just in case shit went crazy. Not me being lit as always. It was and this is where we see Hide finally, like, he gotta pack her up. There's no way he can not pack her up now that she knows the secret. She's like, "I know your secret. I can help you. Please, just you don't have to do this no more." He's like, "Nah, you can't get packed up. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't even know why you approached me. You should stay quiet." And then as he's going to attack her, she like throws the fucking chemical like acid at him and ends up burning his face to the point he can't change back. And he's like in writhing pain. Sorry. It's poisonous for him. It's poisonous for them. She ends up like not jumping, but she ends up like going outside the window to stand on the ledge of like the 5th fucking floor. She's on the ledge trying to like avoid him, and he's out here trying to kill her and snip at her. She ends up falling from like 5 stories. And then she
Well, she did
falls.
like a strategic jump.
Bruh. She
It
felt.
wasn't just a fall. Like she also did a little jump
Yeah, no, she
toward the
jumped
tree.
to where the tree, yeah. She jumped towards the tree, and the tree is bracing her fall. Listen, if this is real life, she's dead. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She's dead. Broken everything. Broken everything. There's no way she's surviving that. But for the sake of the story, she survived it. But other people were noticing that, like, "Oh shit, there's a fucking, like, what the fuck was that? Like, I just saw some shit come out the window. I don't know what the fuck that was." The baseball team goes to tells the teachers. The teachers go to assess what's going on, and Hide is straight up just mincemeat, like everything, everyone, mincemeat, bodies, 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 bodies. They call the cops. They're fucking doing an immediate evacuation. All the teachers is fucking scared, shitting their pants, like, "Please, kids, get out, please, get out." There's one class that's unaccounted for. Of course, it's Murano's class, which is Shinichi's girl. Now, Shinichi got to be Captain Save-A-Ho. Ends up finding them. He thought he saw Murano packed up, but he didn't. Ends up finding them, and this is where he has to like try to save and like escape because Hide is just like packing people up, bro. And then this is when this motherfucker doing heroics too, but we know why he's doing it. So he, in order to avoid Hide, jumps out the 6th story window, lands, and then jumps over a baseball fence to put her down and like shield her from obviously danger or whatever. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on, bro? But to be fair, I didn't mind it necessarily, but I'm like, this is a little reach because she didn't question him or think anything of it. He jumped out a 6-story window, jumped over a baseball fence, and she didn't say jack diddly shit. She didn't say nothing. That in my opinion, that was poor writing. I'll be honest, because she didn't say shit.
Well,
And
she
then
was thinking some shit, but
she
she
was
was in
she was
a
thinking some
little bit of
shit.
shock. She was in a little bit of shock too, because of all the murdering and all that shit.
Yeah, true. She had a little PTSD. She shot because she's seeing all her freaking classmates dismembered and shit. But like, whatever. But then this gets to my favorite part of this like little episode or this little like scene, and he's losing his mind. He losing his mind. He can't change back. He's still killing the cops. Cops are like shooting him, like whittling him down. Um, and I think what was it? I think Miggy told him or made the game plan, whatever. But long story short, Miggy and Shinichi go to a roof. Motherfucker went overtime, unbuttoned the dress shirt, took a piece. What was it? What was a piece of? It was a piece of. Was it a pebble or a rock?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He got on the roof, took a big ass rock,
He took a big ass rock.
enhanced his hand.
Yeah, like Miggy enhanced his hand, and this motherfucker just straight up like Cuban Missile Crisis, just 130 mile per hour fastball times 15 through this motherfucker's hole, through his chest,
Bro,
like
he
sniped him.
just ace of diamond that shit.
Yo, like I'm like, bro, what? I thought that shit was so heat, bro. I thought that shit was so gas, bro. He said, hold on, undid the tie, undid the buttons. Motherfucker went into the position and said, forward, and just beamed this motherfucker from like light years away, bro. Because at this point, Hide is like losing his mind, but he's on the rooftop and he's like trying to get away from the cops and shit, that whatever, and he gets sniped. And I'm like, shit, why didn't y'all do this earlier? Like y'all should have been to this. Like what? Like this is a good idea. Honestly, y'all should have been to this. What the fuck? But I loved it, bro. I think that was a good scene. And it goes to show that most of the parasites are not good. You know what I'm saying? Because they were kind of like between like, oh, is there a way we can coincide? Is there a way that like they're not all like bad, and then they just re-enhances? No, they're all bad for the most part. But yeah, you got anything to add, CJ?
No, just that shit was fire.
That
He's
shit was
like,
fire.
Mickey, you can see him, right? Aim this shit.
He
He's like, I got
said,
you.
bro. He said, I got you, bro. Hold on. And that shit looked crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that shit looked crazy,
Boom,
bro.
straight through the chest.
Bro, like
That was like
gaping
an Attack
hole.
on Titan scene right there.
For real, for real. That's exactly what I thought too. The Beast Titan just fucking launching this bitch, launching rocks, just smoking fools. But I'm like, God damn. But yeah, that was a good episode. And then after this is when I think this is when we finally get the glimpse of the other parasites, and these are like this is the organization parasites, because now I think two of them pulled up to a fucking Yakuza office. One dude went in dressed like built like Hulk Hogan and straight up bodied 22 Yakuza members in the craziest fashion ever, bro. Like
Yeah, that's when the fighting escalated
the
in the show.
fighting,
I'm
yo,
like,
that's
what
when I was
the?
like, okay, they on their bullshit right now. They standing on business now with this, bro. The action was a little
Cause up,
subpar, but this was
yeah,
crazy.
up until now, like I said, I was never watching this for action.
I know,
But
same.
when, when up until here, we see like the blade fights.
Yep.
Then we get a little extra when Shinichi himself could move crazy. Then we get the rock throw. That's a whole different thing. And now you see this guy go in this
Yeah.
building, and you're thinking, oh, his head's gonna split open. He's gonna just chop everyone up. Nah, he said, I'm coming in here on some mixed martial arts type shit, some
Yo,
street brawler shit. I
Street
got
Fighter
my
for
freaking, I got my tank top. I'm ready. I got my
my
shorts
short
on, my
shorts.
New Balance. Like he went up in there straight muscles. He's just here to. test out his muscles, bro. He's here dodging. He's here freaking just
Crazy.
seeing how many times he could get hit. He's counting. He's like, oh, they hit me one time. Oh, they shot me one time. All right. Boom,
They
boom,
cut me
taking
one
heads off,
time.
twisting heads.
Yeah, bro.
He was just breaking their bones apart and shit, bouncing off walls. I'm like, ah, damn.
Yo, impaling him with his fucking forearm. I'm like, this motherfucker is wicked, bro. I was like,
He doing it. He doing it
sign
for
me
the
up.
love of the game.
Yo, sign me up, bro. Straight up. Sign me up, bro. He went crazy. He went crazy.
Now I was getting scared because I'm like, we not even doing the let's split our head open, chop people up no more. They out here just moving like freaking. We out here evolving into Goku and shit. Like I know what's going on.
Straight up, bro.
I'm like Shinichi, how you gonna deal with this boy?
Yo, when I saw that, I was like, yeah, they finna get packed up, bro. I don't know what they finna do to combat this, bro, but it ain't looking too hot. I ain't even gonna hold you. It ain't looking too hot. But that was a crazy scene because that was our first like glimpse of, oh shit, we might got some real ops. We might got some real final bosses, like for real, for real. Yeah, stepped up 100%. And this is they go back, they see the other people, the whole organization, whatever, and these guys are like political members, and one of them is trying to be the mayor, right? One of them's trying to be the mayor, so they can like put themselves in power as a position to like, I guess. I don't know what they were really. I don't know what their motive was. Do they say their motive with like them trying to be
They were trying
politics?
to like they're trying to be in a position of power where they can have easy access to food, control certain flows of information.
Okay, okay, yeah,
They set up different feeding grounds for the parasites that are
yeah. Okay,
safe, quote
yep.
unquote.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're trying to have the safest food supply possible by being in a position of power.
Yep. Okay. And this is where Kana, plays a big role because she can sense parasites. We didn't know if she was one or not, but we know that she can sense it. And for her, obviously, she's like still crushing on Shinichi heavy. She's still in love with him. She calls it her soulmate sense. But really, what she's sensing is just parasites. So Shinichi's like, bro, you need to stop. It's gonna get you in trouble because you've already slipped up once. Because she slipped up one time when it was Hide. She thought she saw Shinichi, but it was Hide. And he's like, I don't want that shit to happen again. You can sense the members. She said she sensed like 5 of the members when they're doing their political campaign rally, whatever the case may be. And Shinichi's just trying to nip it in the bud, bro. He's like, yo, you can't be doing this, bro. Like, just stop. Just cut ties. There's no reason you should be involved with anybody who you can sense like that, bro. And lo and behold, she's like, no, I'll prove that it's different. I'll prove that it's different. Every time she sent somebody, she didn't prove it was different. She was sent another parasite. And this is where I didn't like what they did with her character because I think it was sloppy for them to just like just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like she went off into the wind with her role here because now she just sent in a bunch of parasites. She thinks it's Shinichi because they met at this one spot. Even though he told her we're not gonna meet at that spot anymore, she ended up going to that spot because she thought she sensed him and ended up getting packed up right before his eyes, before Shinichi's eyes, because of another parasite. And it was just like, for me,
And,
go ahead.
and she's still a little delulu as she gets packed up. She's like, "See, I knew I sensed you. I knew
Yeah,
you'd
I'm
come."
like she's just like they just made her Delulu and crazed. Like they gave her like the crazed like Delulu character who's just like, I'm just dreaming about you being my knight in shining armor, and you'll save me every time. I know you'll save me. And then she get packed up, and I'm just like, bro, like they could have done so much more with her character. She was actually a likable character, a reasonable one. Even though she was like head over heels for him, she knew her place. Like she knew where she stood. She knew she wasn't the it girl. You know what I'm saying? She knew she didn't have a chance really, but she was like, "Fuck it. I'm gonna just hope I could be of use at least, right?" And I feel like they could have done so much more with her character, and they just packed her up, and it was just kind of just like bad taste in my mouth. You want to? Yeah, Smithy said I
Yeah,
wanted more
I
out of her
didn't.
character.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't necessarily like the direction they took the character. Overall, it was a good character, but I didn't like the direction they took it.
Yeah.
But leading up to that, I really like how like her as her obsession increased, her signal strength increased, and she unlocked that ability to
Yeah.
freaking emit her own signal that has
Yep.
started attracting other parasites.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It kept things really interesting, and I understand her. Although I was annoyed watching it every time
Mm-hmm.
on every watch, I understand her character though, because if you have this sense and this guy you like, you just you think you can sense him, like you definitely would start thinking shit like, oh, that's my soulmate, blah blah blah. So I understand why she was so damn persistent
Yeah, but she
and
got it wrong
just
like three
her.
times back to back to back. I'm like, bro, damn.
I know, but she also was like, oh, it wasn't that far off because he was nearby, blah blah blah. I kind of get it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see
I
her
didn't like
be
it.
that dumb, but I understood why she thought that way.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I also like how Shinichi, while he was like straight up saying, "Yo, stay away from that," blah blah blah. The line where he goes, "Oh, maybe that signal is just radiates from jerks like him." And
Yeah,
then she
facts.
says,
Fact.
"What about you? Are you a jerk?" He's like, "Yeah,
Yep.
stay away."
Yep. Yo, straight up. He said, get the fuck away, bro. No cap.
He's like, "Stay away. We jerks out here, girl."
It's dangerous. He said dangerous, bro. He tried to warn her. She didn't want to take the warning. End up getting
I
packed
mean,
out.
if there's one thing that's consistent since day one, she always around some dickhead jerk. So it
Yeah,
ain't nothing new to her.
that's true. You right about that one. You definitely right about that one. Um, yeah. So that was kind of disappointing because this is where I kind of felt a dip in the show. I didn't think it was like, oh, this ruined the show, but I was like, like, yeah, maybe like they dropped the ball on this one. Let's hope it don't happen again, right? And honestly, after this point, I'm gonna be honest, this is where I thought the show slowed down for me a lot. Um, because I don't know, we're introduced to more parasites. Obviously we're introduced to the fucking final boss parasite. We're introduced to the other parasites that are part of the organization with Reiko, and now we're getting to the detective part where there's this private detective, right? Um, and he's working for Reiko. His job is to keep tabs on Shinichi, stalk Shinichi. Okay, get on footage, anything you can get on footage. Let me know if there's something crazy. Something's up with his right hand. Look out for that shit, right? Reiko's just giving him a rundown while still trying to be obviously a human and appear human, whatever. And she's like, like humans can only get me but so far in this investigation. Whatever. I guess I'll pack him up later or some shit. Whatever. If he can give me stuff, good. If he can't, whatever. It is what it is. And then Shinichi trying to regain like some of his emotions and some of his humanity. Uh, he went back to the spot where Kana got packed up. Because he wanted to grieve and mourn her death more because he knew that like he couldn't cry and he knew that he was getting calm and collected too easily and getting over things too easily. Like he didn't feel like a human, so he went there to try to like assess his emotions, and then the private detective or the detective ended up getting a recording of Miggy in Miggy form, and then Miggy's trying to fucking Miggy sees him, tries to body him, and Shinichi stops Miggy from packing up the detective. But not without some cuts and some bruises and some fucked up limbs. So he Miggy had sliced him a couple times, fucked up his leg, fucked up his arm, and the detective goes back to Reiko and it's like, yo, I know exactly what you're saying. This is what happened. This, whatever. And now Reiko's trying to like make him seem like he's crazy because they're in public setting and he's yelling and screaming. She's like, you're crazy. What the fuck are you talking about? This motherfucker wonky. And now Shinichi's on the hunt to find him to tell him like, yo, like, I need you to delete the footage. I need you to not say a word, but I'm not a bad guy. And we kind of go through this like arc now because now things are starting to mold together. The detective working with Reiko, working with her organization, the organization trying to put an end to Reiko, the detective, and Shinichi. So it's kind of like a lot of things intertwining into one. And you even get to see like, you know, more fights, which I thought was dope. You know, we have the fight where it's what is, I forgot the guy's name. They send the two parasites after Reiko sends two the parasites after the detector. Those two end up bodying the detective's wife and child. Um, and then they end up trying to flip on Reiko and try to fight her. And it's three of them this time. So it's a 3v1, bro. And this is where we get to see like some of Reiko's prowess because she's just moving
You're a
absolutely
little
different.
you're a little ahead there.
What you mean? What happened? What I miss?
First, well, there was that whole shit where Reiko met with Shinichi on the roof
Yeah.
to to talk,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
she
Yeah. Yeah.
used the baby as a shield. Shinichi was like
Oh yeah.
about to pack her out, and then she put the baby in front of her like a shield.
Yeah. True, 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 true. Yeah.
Then she disappeared and whatever. And there was an episode, I forgot what it was, bro.
You talking about the school
Was it
episode?
that same episode? What was it? I don't know if it was the same episode where
When
she
she went to
ditched the dude
school.
at dinner, but she started. Now that was right before the meeting on the roof.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
But there was an episode where, like at night or some shit, something happened. I forgot what happened, but she started laughing,
Oh yeah, she laughing in the
and
mirror.
that shit was cracking. Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
was practicing,
She's practicing
but
laughing in
she
the
was
mirror.
practicing at first. But something funny had happened, bro. I forgot what it
Well,
was.
she was laughing at somebody because
What was it though?
it was a dude. She laughed at a dude or some shit, bro. I forgot, bro. She was laughing at something, but she was in the mirror, um, looking like she looked in the mirror like trying to
Oh
practice
wait,
how to
wait, wait,
laugh.
wait. When they surrounded her, didn't that happen on two different occasions? Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah, one was in the street.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah,
no, no, it was the same
yeah. That's
occasion.
what it was.
They just relocated. She was in the street and
No,
then
no,
she went
it
into the
wasn't. It wasn't the same occasion. The first time they caught her in the street, I think.
yeah, and then she ran. She like leaped using her fucking abilities to go into the junkyard. That was the same thing. It was like right after. It literally happened like.
All right, well, something happened before that where she was freaking like running through the street, laughing and shit. It
Oh
was
no,
just
no,
cracking me up, bro.
no, no, yeah, no, no. So all right, so I know what you're talking about. So this is during the fight, okay? So it's a 3v1, and I know exactly what you're talking
There
about.
was
It's a 3v1, and as they're fighting, she splits her body, right? So she catches one of them lacking because he thinks he could just like 1v1 her, and she catches him lacking. She like splits off her body and like burrows into him, while
oh no,
sending
I know that. I know that.
no, 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 while sending her actual form, her actual body off. So as she's sending the body off without a fucking head, the couple sees her headless,
Yeah, yeah,
laughing.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's just like,
That was hilarious.
ah! That's what you're talking
But
about. That's what you're talking
now
about.
what I'm thinking of actually, I think it was the dinner scene. Like I think when he made a fool of himself, she was laughing, and then that's when she went home practicing the laugh because she was like, "Oh, I was laughing. I wasn't
Yeah,
controlling my face emotions."
yeah, yeah.
And it was at that moment I really started liking her because I'm like, yo, this bitch is just crazy. Like,
I
she's
like the
funny.
character. You know, I like the character the whole time,
She's
bro.
funny as hell, bro.
Yeah.
She's just over here like making dude look silly. Then she's like, she's like doing a little laugh, like, dummy.
Nah, yeah, and then
And
she had
then
the,
yeah,
like, yeah, bro. The one with the
yeah.
street,
Then
I
came
was crying.
then came the 3v1. They surround her in the street and whatever. She like gets it to a 1v1 real quick, splits herself off. She goes into the guy, then her real body runs off, and she's just running through the street like,
Like,
dickhead.
that shit had me
Yeah,
crying,
that shit.
bro.
I was
That
like,
shit had
yo,
me
this might be my new favorite character, bro. Like, what's going on here? Like, she's
crying.
crazy. She's just making people look stupid and laughing her
Nah,
ass off.
that shit had me
It's
crying, bro.
so
I'm not gonna
funny.
lie. That shit had me
It's so
crying
funny because she's been the serious character the whole
the
time, and
whole
now
time.
she's just enjoying. She finally unlocked a human emotion,
Hmm.
and she's just using it to just embarrass these dudes left and right, and is just enjoying herself.
Bro, but it's also like it was also like the developing of her character and them as parasites too. Because remember one of the other moving points was that when people notice when someone's not really them. Remember when she was like back honestly further back in the anime, her mom had came to visit her after she got let
Yeah.
off, and immediately her mom was like, "Where is Reiko? Who are you? You're not Reiko." And she knew off rip. And then Reiko trying to like, "It is me. What are you talking about?" And she's like, "You're not my Reiko. I'm gonna call the police." And then she had to pack the mom up because she was like, I guess humans can like sense it. Like I can't sleep on them. Like they can sense and they can tell, when it's not someone that they've been close with or some shit. So that was another run on thing that happened in the anime, and another glimpse of like her trying to understand human emotion. And now this at this point it's laughter and the experiences with the child, because she's holding the child like she's about to throw out some garbage, right? And she's using it as a meat shield to defend herself. And she says, "Oh, I gotta wait
Oh,
for it to be older to do experiments and stuff." But she weirdly has an attachment to the baby. What happened?
I forgot this one peak scene, bro. Nothing too crazy.
Was she telling him to
When,
be quiet?
yeah,
When she told the
when
baby to be
Shorty,
quiet?
the
Yeah.
grandma's or
The
the old
sitter,
lady's
the
there
babysitter.
babysitting the
Yeah.
baby's just crying like wah wah wah. She comes home, she just leans in, be quiet.
Yeah, that shit was
Yo, the
crazy,
baby
bro.
just shut the hell up.
Bro,
The
that shit was
lady's all
crazy.
horrified, like,
Yo, the lady like, "Get me the fuck out of here, bro. I'm
and
good,
she's
bro."
like, "I'll
What?
see you tomorrow." She's like,
Say no the
I
fuck
was
you
like, "Yo,
won't.
that shit is fire, bro."
Nah,
Because
yeah.
anybody with a kid, there's a moment you want that kid to shut up, bro. And she just came in there like, "Be quiet."
Like with the
Baby
craziest, like
shut up instantly.
most authoritative, demonic "be quiet" ever, bro. I was like, holy shit, bro. But yeah, so
Uh,
basically we get the 3v1. Reiko ends up packing them up. It wasn't anything too crazy. Reiko ends up packing them up,
nah,
but now this
that shit was crazy to
no
me.
no 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 the fight was good and shit like that, whatever. But I'm saying like the people, like she was just leagues above them. It wasn't even fair for them, bro.
I, wait, let me speak on that. See, I don't know what you was thinking, but even though I watched this like 3 times,
Hmm.
I didn't see that shit coming. Cause this whole time you like Reiko's one of the smart parasites. Like she arguably the smartest in the show.
Hmm.
And as far as we know, she's just a researcher. Like we never seen her got busy. I don't even know if she could get busy.
We do know though,
And
because
then when
we do know because remember
how do we know?
Miggy, because in early on when Miggy first sized her up, she told Shinichi's like, "We cannot win this. Don't even think about it.
Well,
We will lose."
to be fair, I felt like early on everybody's better than Shinichi,
Yeah,
but
but
I didn't think anything of it.
Miggy was always wary of her, and the fact that she was smart and calm and collected, whatever. Like Miggy emphasized for me, I felt like Miggy emphasized how strong like she could potentially be, because Miggy didn't want no smoke in no scenario, in no situation, no funny business. It's better just to leave her be than upset her or like whatever. So that's what
Yeah,
I kind
I
of got
mean
the thought of.
I
It's
didn't
crazy.
think too much of it. I just thought it's like, okay, she's just smarter than these other hotheads, so it's
Hmm.
dangerous. That's all I thought of it. I'm not out here thinking she gonna get busy. Like she's surrounded by 3 parasites.
Hmm.
You really expected her to pack them out?
I wasn't
Because they
surprised.
all in the same organization.
Yeah, I
They
wasn't
all
surprised
in
though,
the well, it
because
surprised me.
I know she's advanced, and I know she's more advanced than they are. They were more of like the lackeys in a sense. I'm not saying they weren't strong, but they were more of the lackeys in a sense. And I know she's very smart and poised. So I didn't think that it was going to be like, I thought it was going to give her a run for her money, maybe, but like, I didn't think it was going to be like, oh, they finna fucking clap her, bro. I was like, nah, she gonna
It,
find a way.
it surprised me because the way she was moving, she was kind of moving like a victim a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like she got surrounded. She had to get rid of the child. She knew her time was coming. That's the vibes I was getting. She knew her time was coming. She gave away the child. She's gonna get packed out here and now. She don't care that she's gonna get packed out. She's like, let's just get it over with. Like that's the whole vibes I was getting. And
Mm.
then when she just started coming out her own body, going into people and shit, I'm like, yo, Isaac, what?
Yo, I said
I'm
Eisen.
like, God damn, what we got going on here? She's taking over people. She's making them explode. She's running off, laughing her ass off.
She made one of them kill the other
Yo,
one too. She went to the body of
yeah, she
one.
she took over the body,
Yeah,
started fighting each other. I'm like, bro,
yeah, she's
I
going.
had
She's
no
really wildin'.
idea. I thought she was being a victim, ready to die, bro. And then she's over here just destroying them 1v3.
Packed them,
Like,
packed them.
at this moment, I'm like, I see why she's a head member in the community now. She's not just a smart researcher. Like,
She's
she
about
really
it.
out here knowing how to body people.
Yo, and she said too.
Like,
She's like, at what point did you think that you guys were ever better, ever stronger than me? I was like, oh shit, god
I'm
damn,
not I'm not gonna lie, like she would have caught me lacking too. If I was
bro.
one of them, she would have caught me lacking because I had no clue she was moving like that. She out here just detaching herself, entering bodies and taking over, blowing people up. I'm like, bruh,
But
I did
honestly,
not see this shit coming.
but that's another reason why I thought she was like that because remember the one dude wanted to pack her out since the beginning because he always thought that she was too dangerous to like keep. He was saying
But
that
I
from
felt like they thought that way about everyone smarter than them.
well, it goes to show, yeah, the smart ones win. The smart ones is the one packing motherfuckers up. The rest of them got bodied. The smart and advanced ones, they're the only ones who's really like final boss level. They're the only ones who's really like about that work.
And
Wrong? Or?
anyone that say any type of comment relating to studying humans over killing them, they started thinking they're dangerous. So I'm just like, they just being silly. But yeah, I didn't I know Shorty was gonna move like that.
Nah, I follow her,
But
bro.
let me see. What happened after that?
So after that is when we get the psychic, right? Because Shinichi's still trying to like figure out what to do with everything. Obviously, the detective he wants his revenge, right? He tried to drop the case, but they weren't going to let it happen. The investigation in Reiko. So after he lost his wife and his child, he wanted revenge. He went to Hirama, the lieutenant or whatever. He went to him to try to get them involved. And Shinichi found the psychic, and the psychic said, you have a hole in your heart. The only way to close it up is that you need to meet the person who formed it in the first place. And obviously he said, I can't. I killed him. In like the craziest fucking maniacal, like scary, whatever type of way. Um, and then that's when we get the park scene because Reiko is trying to talk to Shinichi again. And for some reason, Murano is there. She sees Shinichi. She sees Reiko. Talks to Reiko at one point, and then sees Reiko go, like headed to the park. And this is where Shinichi meets Reiko, and the cops and the detective are there. The detective ends up getting how do you get a hold of the baby? I forgot how he got a hold of the baby, but in his attempt to get his redemption
Oh,
and
he broke
revenge.
in. He broke in actually. I thought
Okay,
yeah. It was a misunderstanding. See, at the time, I thought she gave away the baby, but she actually left the baby inside, and he broke in
inside he
and
broke
stole
in.
the baby.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. So he takes the baby. He steals the baby, and in an attempt to get back, even though he knows that she's not going to respond or react because they have no emotions, they have no feelings towards you know humans at all. He pretended that he was going to throw the baby off into the river to kill it, and she impales him and snatches the baby back. And this is another instance in which she shows that she's developing human feelings because she does care about the baby. She didn't want anything to happen to it. She grew attached to it. She kept echoing in her head and echoing with her words the whole mother child concept. You know what I'm saying? The relationship. Um, and this is when the detective tells the cops his final words, like, I had a partner that was helping me. You have to find him, and you need to find her. She's dressed in white, carrying a baby. She's a parasite, and we get to this whole like standoff. It's Reiko with baby, the cops surrounding everybody, and Shinichi, and Murano is like on her way there, and they're loading bullets and clips into Reiko left and right, and all she's doing is walking towards Shinichi, covered in blood, covered in bullets, like she's literally stealing her body and her hair and everything to cover and protect the baby as she's approaching Shinichi, because she knows that she could deflect all of them. She knows that she could kill everyone there, but she kind of like knows it's the end for her and admits to the fact that like um she admits to like the fact that like there should be a I guess like coexistence between humans and parasites, because they're one and the same, just on different ends. The humans are the mother,
Yeah.
the parasites are the babies. They're the offspring of human emotion and human um interactions and whatever, right? So she then like just gives Shinichi the baby and pretty much just dies off. She literally could like killed everyone there, but she accepted her
She
fate.
also
So
she also was giving a little speech that he didn't understand about how they're actually really fragile and
yes, yes, yes,
don't be
yes, yes,
too
yes.
hard on them.
Yeah, don't
Don't be too
bully.
hard on the
They've been bullied.
parasites.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're actually just a weak species, blah blah
Exactly.
blah. And
And
before all this, we forgot the little part where Shinichi catches the detective and explains everything
oh
and
yeah,
ex
I forgot.
shows
Yeah,
him. He recorded them fighting. He recorded Shinichi fighting the other parasite in the parking lot,
yeah, yeah,
and then he decided to delete the footage because this is way over his pay grade.
yeah. He's like,
And
I'm in
then
over my head, bro.
yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm out of this. That's when
Nice.
shortly after they killed his freaking wife.
Family, yeah, wife and child.
Yeah,
And
pretty.
also while Reiko was walking towards Shinichi, she ended up changing her face into
Yes, his
Shinichi's
mom.
mother. And this
So
was
he
what the
doesn't run
psychic was
away.
saying. Exactly. This is what the psychic was saying, because he had a hole in his heart. There's a reason why he couldn't cry. There's a reason why he didn't have access to his human emotions. And then they were kind of like bottled up and they were trapped. And in order for him to not run away from Reiko as she's trying to give him the baby, she changes her face into his mom and, uses that to get close to him, to give him the baby and just die, basically. But yeah, I think that was a touching moment. He was holding the baby. Murano finally gets there and she's like screaming whatever at him. And he turns to her and he's finally able to cry. He's finally able to like grieve and like express his emotions again, or whatever. So like his humanity is being restored and shit. Um, I like that scene a lot, but I'll be honest, like I could have like I don't know. I feel like the way people were going out, I feel like it was kind of like too convenient and a little bad. Like even Reiko's going out, I was like, I guess, like I guess I could take that one. I could understand that one. I can take that one because she's one of the more advanced ones, and she's had a lot of interaction with the humans, and she feels some type of way about it. But after this, I thought it was absurd. I'm gonna be honest. CJ, you can continue.
Yeah, I really really like this episode. It every time I watched it, I remember just thinking, wow, is this the final episode of the show? Because the way everything is playing out, it
You
just
would have
seemed like
thought.
a
Yeah.
concluding episode.
Yep.
Like you got the snow falling, you got all the main characters lining up,
Yep.
the her with her baby. I'm like,
Using the
is
mother's
this how it is
face.
gonna end?
Yeah.
But then you know like there's more episodes in the show, so I'm like, what's gonna happen after this? Because this is really this is really like climactic. They got the music playing and
The
everything.
music was insane. Yo, for this episode, the music was insane. They started playing that
I was
sad
like,
song.
damn,
That shit was gas. That was such a
yeah,
gas song, bro.
I really messed with this episode. But I was just wondering, like, what do they do after this? Because they really, they're really going in with this episode.
Mad good, bro. Yep. Um,
Yeah.
Ethan, you can
Then
keep
we
going.
get to the police station
Yep.
with the detectives and whatnot. Let's see.
This is where it's the organization versus the police, and then the police um hired the convict.
Well, they ain't hire his ass. He had to come do that shit mandatory.
Well, sorry, not hired.
Yeah,
They
they got
brought the
that. They
convict
got
in.
the.
Yeah.
Let's not call him a convict. They brought in an absolute serial killing
Yeah.
scumbag.
Sociopath. Yeah. Sociopath.
This dude is straight demonic,
Yes.
evil ass eyes,
Yep.
and allegedly he can spot these monsters. So they want him to come in and talk to some of these people, see if he can see the monster in them.
Mm-hmm.
They put him behind a screen, and the other people are behind a different screen, and they're gonna look at each other, but they can't hear each other. They're talking with the detectives through a headset, and they had like
Facts, Smithy.
5 people in a room. Also, Shinichi, who was there for questioning, and then he was like surprisingly cooperative. I was actually shocked. I would think Miggy would be like run, but yeah, he was there doing the questioning. Then
Maggie was
they
sleeping.
brought him in a room with five, 6 people.
Yeah.
Then the guy, the absolute serial killer, had a conversation with each person.
he,
Some interesting conversations, especially with the girl.
bro, when he freaking spanked the monkey, as the pops would call it, he spanked the monkey to the girl. I was like, bro, there's no fucking way, bro. This guy is out of his fucking bird, bro. Oh my god.
Then it came Shinichi's turn. He saw something for like a second, but then Shinichi became a little crybaby. So he was like, "Oh yeah, it must have been the wind, you know."
Must have been the wind.
Yeah, he's a human. So Shinichi dodged that bullet.
Mm-hmm. Maggie was sleeping
Then
at that time.
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Also, that helped with him not detecting the monster in Shinichi
Yeah.
because Miggy's sleeping, and Miggy probably wouldn't agree to go into that shit. Uh, 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 Yeah, so then they create this plan, which also involved a little bit of Shinichi's input.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna get these parasites that are in the government, and most of them are in this one building. So they set up this elaborate
Yep.
operation,
Yeah.
put buses all over the parking lot with these equipment that can scan the parasites, X-ray people
Yeah.
to see the parasites in them. And they make up this
Maggie
story
would have
about a
not been down for
gunman in the
that. Straight
building
up.
so
Straight
everyone
up.
can evacuate. And they're telling them to come out in single file lines, groups of 7, blah blah blah, because you don't want to. They want to do it secretly so the gunman doesn't get too suspicious or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, this whole fake narratives, but all the parasites are like in the building are like, yeah, there's some bullshit. What they got going on here? So shortly after, in the first group, I believe they find a girl that's a parasite,
Mm-hmm.
shotgun her. Shinichi was telling them beforehand like they should use a flamethrower, and he's the lead guy is like flamethrower. Then he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, but yeah, they went with the shotgun
The
shells instead,
shoddy.
which seemed to be going good. They blew the first parasite down, low difficulty. They changed the route
Mm-hmm.
in which they escort the people out the building so the other parasites don't get suspicious, going the same route with a blood all over.
Yep.
And yeah, the parasites in the building getting they start devising a plan like, oh hell no, we're not just gonna march out there and die. So they make up this story about fake members in a meeting on the upper floor that they're gonna go get. And once they realize that the police wasn't gonna just let them go freely, they started causing a little commotion. And in this commotion, certain people started running out, getting shot. Certain freaking humans included.
Yeah, that's because the
And
fucking
the
serial killer dude, fucking
yeah,
asshole.
so the serial killer guy in the next group, they bring out the people. They like, yo, Mr. Serial Killer, you see any of these monsters? And he's like, oh my God, it's a monster, shoot him, shoot him. And then coincidentally, the human person ran off and they shot her down. And then
Yep.
he's like, no, dummy, that's a human. That's not a
Fucking hate
monster. And
him.
he's like, he's enjoying this shit.
Yeah,
What
these.
he said wasn't a lie. Like there really was a monster, but it was right next to the human. But he played it in such a way where they would kill an innocent person, and he was
Yep.
enjoying that shit.
It's
And
so
so
fucked.
now the police is like having a little bit of trust issues with his ass, because now they're like, now he's like, there's a monster, shoot it. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And then it turned out to be a real parasite. It split his head open. Blah blah blah. But they're now a little hesitant because this guy is just he's just enjoying this shit, and he's playing mind games.
Yeah, that's for me. I just didn't. That whole scene and that whole episode, I was just checked out, bro. I didn't care for it. I thought it was like whatever, bro. Like sure. I was like okay, like it didn't really do
So
much for me.
you sure you sure you didn't care about it, or at this point you was just exhausted from binging?
No, it really didn't. It didn't do much for me because it just seemed like okay, like makes sense what they're doing. The operation, is working to a certain extent, right? And like I was just like okay, like it was just whatever. They didn't do anything to make me like, oh, this is crazy. Oh, that's fire. Oh, that's really smart. It didn't really do anything. It was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
all right.
that's true. I liked it though, but yeah, they didn't do anything crazy other than well, the one crazy thing was just this element of this serial killer being here, and he's like low key given this weird trust issue type element. He's
Mm-hmm.
like a wild card, and the one of the detectives even said like we shouldn't send him. He's gonna be freaking messing up the operation.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what the hell type of time he's gonna be on, and
Exactly.
it's playing out in real time. Like he's here giving them trust issues. He's here like slightly manipulating them while not lying, but he's manipulating them, and he's just enjoying this shit watching innocent people die.
It was wicked, bro.
But anyway, the main parasite people moved to the upper floor and they started sending in the task force. At this point, the police are on business. They're like, you know what? Screw the bullshit. They ain't no gunmen. There's parasites all over this bitch. Anybody move, you're getting shot down. We not playing no games. If you're a human, stay still. Otherwise, you're dead. So the police ain't messing around no more. They start making their way to the upper floors, and one squad got wiped out already. And they're moving. They're moving. You got 2 to 3 more units, one with the serial killer identifying the monsters, one with the head guy,
Yep.
and another random squad. And as they're like moving through, killing a parasite here and there, the head guy is like, okay, I know how to identify these parasites now. We're gonna split up. You go, you go. He runs into a parasite. He's like, yep, shoot him down, boys. And they're like, wow, how did you know he's a parasite? He's like, listen, man, anybody up here is a parasite. Kill everybody.
That's
He's like, I don't know shit. I just know we killing everybody.
that's great.
I was
No, that
like,
was
what
wicked.
kind
That was
of
wicked.
demon time he's on, bro?
That was wicked. I didn't even gonna
We thought he was
lie.
cooking. We thought he was intelligent. He's just like, bro,
I didn't see anything.
I know how to identify them now. Oh my god, you're a genius. How do you know? We killing everybody. That's how I know.
Bro, that was diabolical. I was like, bro, he is tripping, bro. He wasn't taking no chances for real, bro. He said, everybody get aired out, bro. I don't care who it is, bro. You should have been here. GG's. Bro, packed. Yo, that shit was crazy. I was like, ain't no way, bro.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
Oh my God, bro.
Then they get one squad gets to the main guy who,
Go to or Goto.
yo, oh my god, bro. We missed the whole key section.
I know. The parking lot or the parking garage?
No, no, no. We missed the whole section where Shinichi is running from Migi.
Or from Miki.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the woods.
Yes.
This guy that has 3 parasites.
Yeah, I mean, it's
But
fine though.
yeah. I mean,
It was funny as
yeah.
hell though. I'm not gonna lie, it was funny. It was funny as hell, but
It it was like for me that was like the main. Without going into it too much, it was basically the main survival arc of this show.
yeah.
He had to survive. Miggy is asleep. He has to survive for 4 hours while being chased by this
Yeah, Miki.
parasite who seems goofy. Who
Yep.
seems goofy. But then later you realize it's the goofy host, and when the real host takes over, he's this unstoppable parasite like nothing we've ever seen.
Yeah, because remember, he's the
And
same one. He's the same one who killed the Yakuza members. That was him. Remember, he had switched into he had switched to that older guy, like with the slick black hair. He switched his face into that guy after he bodied the Yakuza, and he was just getting with girls, bringing them to the parking garage or a parking lot. Yeah, the parking garage,
yeah, yeah.
and
Oh,
feasting on
that
them.
makes sense. I was wondering what happened to the buff guy. Yeah, he turned into
That
the
was him.
old guy. Right,
Yeah,
right,
that was
right.
him. Yeah,
Because that part was throwing me off the whole
yeah,
rewatch. I was
yeah.
like, where
The
did the
Hulk
buff guy
dude.
go?
Yeah, he
Yeah, so that he was the
same
buff guy.
person.
All right. Yes. So Shinichi barely gets out of the woods. Like he has no clue how to beat this guy, no hope. This guy is an unstoppable character. And then here he is in the building, bodying these SWAT team
Everybody,
members.
bro.
They got him surrounded. They got the shotgun shells, and he is just dodging all these bullets and
Body,
hardening his body in
bro.
all the places he's getting shot at. And he is, I don't know how they're gonna kill this fool. They just group after group, they're dying. Eventually, even the head policeman, he's dead.
hmm
He tried to lead the squad to the roof where it's not open because this guy's bouncing off the walls, dodging. Still a dead man though. He dies. He gets packed out. As he's dying, he's like, "Damn, maybe a flamethrower would have been a great idea."
Bro, that shit is so crazy. I'm like, nah, ain't no way.
That's his last thought.
They do get some bullets on the guy
But
though.
yeah, they got in like
We didn't know at the
they got
time
in
it
a
was
few
his
a
weakness.
couple shots.
Remember?
Bing, bing, bing. Yeah.
hmm
So he falls off the roof dead, I believe. Shinichi comes out from the police office. He's outside with the crowd of people, and that's when Goto, that's his name, right?
Yeah, Goto or
He
Goto or whatever it's
he
called.
comes down in the middle of the street. Detective guy unloads bullets into him. That's when Shinichi sees he's like bleeding a little bit, and
He's like, I need a break, bro. I need to take a rest.
Goto actually needed some rest for once. So he's like, yeah, it's not even worth fighting in front of all these people right now. He just goes off, but he's like, I'm gonna be back for your ass, boy, because I got free will now. I don't care who notices me. I'm just out here catching bodies now. I'm
hmm
coming back for you, but it's nap time.
Snapchat.
So now Shinichi's goes through a little arc in the next episode where he's just scared shitless. He's having the second
Panicking.
mental breakdown of the show
Yeah.
since his mom died. This is the second time he's having a mental breakdown.
hmm
And his mental breakdowns are always so damn extreme, bro. He just turns into like super pussy boy. He just freaking he's just crying the whole show. He even like hugs on to Marino real tight crying like, and
yeah.
she's like, "You hurting me, Shinichi, you're hurting me." And then she runs off. She's like, "This dude's bugging out." But She comes back.
Yes, sir.
She's like, hold up. She had some time to think about it. She's like, yo, homie came at me. He was hugging me real tight. She comes back a little heated now. She's like, yo, I don't know what's up with you, but we could go back to my place and talk. My parents ain't home.
She's like, I knew he's gonna be at. You like parks, 'cause I like parks too. But you should come. You should come through. You should come through and see what's
And then
up.
they got down to business in her
Facts,
bedroom.
Smithy. That's what
All it's
I think they. I'm not gonna lie. I think they did it. Good job, bro. I like give my man. You know what I'm saying? My man, give him some cheeks, bro. He gonna stop bitching, bro. He gonna stop bitching. Give my man some cheeks. You know what
they
I'm saying?
kind of got
Like,
straight
okay.
to it too.
Yeah, there was no questions, no talking, no discussions, nothing, bro. Business, straight
She's
up.
like, I felt what you felt when you hugged on to me that tight. She was like, this is it. This is the sign that I needed from Shinichi. This is the sign that he wants some.
Boy got the cheeks.
she's like she's like, nah, that shit hurt. That shit scared me. But oof, he want me.
Shut the fuck up. You stupid as hell, bro. How are you,
Yeah.
Zeph? What's going on? He's stupid. But I think after that was the fight, right? Yeah, I think the fights,
Let's
the
see.
The Goto fights after.
Yeah, oh yeah, Miggy is like, yo, he's approaching in the car, so Shinichi gets the hell up out of town or something like that. He's
Mhm.
like on his way out. And Miggy gets the idea that, yo, we're gonna freaking they stole a car.
They stole a car.
And they're like, yeah. He's like,
How about
Miggy,
you,
how you know how
Zeph?
to drive? Well, I mastered human speech overnight, like, hello?
He's like, I'm him, bro. Hello. Like, you just forgot.
He's like, yeah, he comes up with the bright idea. We're gonna just crash his car. We're gonna drive it off this mountain straight into his ass.
GTA, bro.
Boom, they drive the car off the mountain, land straight into Goto. Goto survives because he's just an absolute demon. They start running for their life.
Final boss.
They're running.
Running.
Miggy has the idea to separate himself all over the place and
Yep.
separate from Shinichi so he can't detect Shinichi. And Shinichi has to sneak up from behind and stab him out and whatnot.
A Hail Mary
And
play,
it
basically.
worked. It worked, but it wasn't
It wasn't deep enough.
it wasn't a lethal blow.
Mhm.
So Goto started regenerating, and Miggy tells Shinichi to run, and Shinichi's like, "What? Aren't you coming?" Like he's like, "No, run now!" And so he had to abandon Miggy. This is where,
I hated this.
yeah,
I hated this scene.
it feels bad.
No, I
Miggy
also think it was. I think it was
sacrificed
just
himself.
boring.
Really?
Not boring. I thought it was just a bad. It was like for me, it felt like bad writing because yes, we're still going. Shut the fuck up, McBiggie. You should have watched it, then, motherfucker. Anyways, but yeah, I think it was just bad because like bad writing because it's like there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell. I think I'm gonna survive, regardless if Miggy saved me now or later. It's only a matter of time. I'm gonna die. But why would I abandon my only chance, my only way, and at this point, my best friend? For what? Like go out in a blaze of glory or something. Like, come on, bro. Like, I know he says, oh, he has something to live for. You know, he told Morono he was gonna come back. He promised her or whatever. I'm just like, bro, but like, it's so stupid because Miggy's like, we don't both have to die. You should run. He's having all these thoughts about Miggy. He's having nightmares. He ends up staying at the inn where the old lady's trying to like, you know, comfort him. He got no right arm. He's looking sad. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then they get glimpses of the monster, or whatever, like the townspeople, and the townspeople like, yo, it's this guy, bro. There's no way we got this monster just in our backyard bodying people. We just found a body. It's got to be him. So you left Miggy to preserve your life. You ran away, crying and screaming and bitching, just for you to go back worse off now than you were before. Because at least when Miggy said run, Dude still had to reconnect his head, and he was still like discombobulated. You might have been able to get something off, a couple jabs, maybe. You know what I'm saying? A couple somethings, but you ran off when your best option was right then and there, just to have the same end. Obviously, it didn't end the way it was supposed to end, but like from that logic, it was he was going to get packed up anyway. So why are we even? You know what I'm saying? So now you're gonna go back with one arm and a fucking rusted butcher knife? Like what? That don't make no damn sense. That shit was stupid, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was stupid. You can put
Well, I never saw it like him just running off like a bitch. Like this is what Miggy wanted. Blah blah blah. There was clearly no way they were winning this shit.
yeah,
And
but if I'm
emotions are high at the moment. Logical thinking not there. But at the same time, if it's me in that scenario, I'm running off too. I'm not about to go out in no blaze of glory, bro. I want
all
to
right, but
make
yeah,
it
but
home.
yeah, precisely. But if you're gonna run, you're gonna run. You're not going back with one arm and no powers and a fucking rusted butcher knife. There's no way. If I'm gonna run, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna preserve my life. I'm gonna run,
I
and he's just gonna have to find me.
I will say though, like
You feel me? Like
I would have ran back home because I want to talk to my dad and my girl,
facts.
and then maybe I would have pulled up and be like, "Let's go, bitch ass dude."
You know what I'm saying?
But
Like
yeah,
this
because
guy's
that would
more
be the
reasonings,
main thing.
bro.
That's the main reason I would run. I want to see my girl again. I want to talk to my dad.
Facts.
Blah blah blah. But yeah, he didn't do
He,
that. But it is what it is.
that sounds like
It
it's
is what
bad,
it is.
bad writing. Shut up, me, baby.
You know, I didn't think
Facts.
it was bad writing. It was
Weißt du
just
was?
it is what it is, man.
Bei
Yeah.
mir ist alles fit im Schnitt.
Okay.
Du hast deine Umkehrtechnik genutzt.
But with
So,
that said, the
Skip, thank you for the
previous
31 months, man. I
episode
appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much
leading
for the
into this
love,
was
baby. Thank
one
you,
of the
thank you,
weaker
thank you, bro. W
episodes.
skipping the chat, man. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I thought, like I said, I thought the second half was weaker, but especially this part I thought was weak, and I thought the last fight was weak. I thought the last fight was weak. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
naturally, it's a human. But I never thought the second half was weak. I thought it got a little weak after like episode 19, not like at the second half, because it was still popping off for me.
Well, yeah, I guess I'll say it was weaker. The second half was weaker because I liked the Reiko scene, but aside from that, I was like, I saw a lot of blemishes, and I was like, I guess, bro, like whatever. But go ahead.
But yeah, he he ends up fighting Goto. Goto can't sense him coming. He gets off a free chop. The parasite wakes up, slams him through a couple trees. He
Hadoukened
flies
him.
off into a junk pile.
Hadoukened
Picks
him.
up a picks up a freaking steel rod. Goto's approaching. Now he does have a slight advantage because Goto's not taking him seriously at all. He's just like, "What a joke! Like, why
And he
did you
can't
even
sense him.
come back?"
It's true.
Yeah, he's like, "Why did you even come back, bro? Like, I thought you was gonna put up a fight. Like, this shit is boring. Like."
That's true. That's true.
But then he remembers the one place where Goto got shot. He was bleeding, and he's like, maybe that's the weak point. He manages to get the pipe in there,
Out of the trash.
which is corrupted with all kinds of bacteria and viruses and shit that ends up poisoning Goto. And also, the little piece of Miggy inside him awakens as he's about to get sliced in the shoulder and blocks it and
And then,
reconnects with Goto's arm, who has a big chunk of Miggy in there,
yeah,
and it freaking self-destructs his arm and lets Miggy gets out and rejoins Shinichi, and then they
giving him
pack him out.
business. Giving him business. But that's how I thought that was weak, bro. I'm like, this is such a weak, like way to end this fight with this final boss, bro. Like, I feel like they could have done
Yeah,
so.
it is weak, but at the same time, it's like, what the hell else do you do? I knew it had to be some cheesy shit, cause ain't no way you killing this dude unless you bring in the military.
Facts, but like if you're gonna kill him, like, I don't know, maybe don't pack out Reiko. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, let them work together and try to kill her or kill him or some shit. Or like, there's gotta be an ample amount of things they could have done to like made that fight better. Yeah, Smithy, we wanted them to go full blown fight. That's what I'm saying. Like, we wanted to see like a full on, like, even Miggy kept saying we have no chance. We have a 0% chance. And it's like, okay, bet. So how they gonna get out of this? But nobody want to see a cheese story like that, bro. That shit was so cheesy. I'm like, oh,
He
you
said
ended
it
up
himself
poisoning
though.
him. You ended up poisoning him. I'm like, bro, what? Oh my god, bro.
Goto said it himself though. He would have been. He said, "Man, fighting this dude is boring. I wish I got to fight Reiko."
Yo, straight up. Like, it's like, bro, who signed up for this? Not I. Put your hands up. Not I. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, it wasn't me, bro. I didn't
Like
want this
it's
cheese
true.
shit.
It would have been cool if Reiko fought him, but I did really like the way Reiko went out though, so I wouldn't take that away.
You know, but I would have swapped it then. The way she died in that fight, I would have swapped it and just had her like her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I would rather have had
How
that.
would you swap it?
So instead of her dying at that point in time, Shinichi and her join forces, kill him, and then that whole scene can happen.
Yeah. You could do that and then let the Reiko be like more the
Yeah.
end-ish, the end
Yes.
or
Yes.
before end episode.
Yeah. Because even the end episode, I'm like, okay, here we go. Let me back up some bullshit, bro. Like, come on, guy. I'm like, just end the show at this point, bro. Like, we don't need the last lick, bro. Y'all don't need to have the last laugh, bro. It is what it is, man. Let's just end the show, bro. The last episode, I was like, okay, all right, dude. Oh my god, bro. But I mean, yeah, I guess to explain the last episode, it's peaceful times, or so we think, and the sociopath that we all know and hated, that was helping the cops.
Yes.
Yeah, the sociopath that was helping
he
the
came
cops.
back.
He came back and he's out here stalking. He's stalking Shinichi and Murano. They're getting ready for college, but they're just like having a good time, strolling. They're about to go somewhere, whatever, and you just see the psychopath dude just like poking and peeking and prodding, and Shinichi is like, "Oh fuck, that's the guy. That's the guy." He ends up trying to follow him, and then the sociopath ends up doing a little switcheroo, basically gets Murano and holds her hostage. He brings her to a rooftop where there's another couple. He bodies this couple, and he's on this long tangent about, oh, beasts and monsters and humans. I know the difference, and I can sense the difference. But why are they making it seem like it's a bad thing? Like, humans used to be like this anyways. It's just how humans are supposed to be. But I'm the one at fault. He's on like some Joker monologue type bullshit. Way worse though. Like, this is not even Walmart. This is not even Temu Joker, bro. This is like some weirdo. He's just some weirdo, bro. He didn't even make a good
Yeah,
villain.
I mean, he is just a weirdo.
He literally just a weirdo, bro. And he's holding Murano hostage, and Shinichi's like trying to talk him off of, like, you know, harming her or whatever, in a position on the roof where like they're at the edge. And this is when Murano's like, Shinichi, call the police. I'm not gonna succumb to this bitch ass motherfucker, this lonely loser ass bitch. Like, I don't care what he talking about right now. Just go call the cops.
Yeah,
I'll be
he
okay.
wanted Shinichi to say he's a monster and whatnot. She's like, yo, F all that. Like, we
Yo,
not
like,
saying none of this shit. Go call the cops. We don't freaking make negotiations with terrorists.
yeah, straight up, bro. And in an effort to save her, Shinichi literally uses whatever powers he has and like literally dashes. Oh, we forgot something. So, but before this, the day after they fought Goto, Miggy, who appears in Shinichi's dreams to talk to him sometimes,
Yeah.
says, "I'm going AWOL. I'm going MIA. You may not see me ever again. This could be goodbye. I'm on to figure out other things. You can have your arm back. It's probably the last time you'll see me or talk to me." I'm like, bro, what? This might be the most in-depth WeebWatch show we've ever seen. No, we've had longer ones, to be honest, but It's a lot. It's a lot to
This
unpack.
definitely up there. This definitely
Yeah.
up there.
I mean, there's a lot to unpack, bro. It's a 24 episode, like, and we skip shit anyways, but it's a 24 episode where it's a lot to unpack. But regardless, Miggy goes MIA. He's like, I'm out of here, bro. You probably won't see me ever again. Fast forward to where we're on the roof, Miranda being hostage. Shinichi dashes with all his powers, dashes as fast as he can. The crazy guy ends up stabbing him in the arm. He ends up Shinichi ends up fucking backhanding the fuck out the weirdo, like knocks him out cold, teeth missing, blood, jaw broken, everything. Beat this shit, like just backhanded the fucking ever loving shit out of him, and tries to reach Murano. He misses her, like he can't reach her, and he's having flashbacks and thinking this is the end, and he's just dreaming of Miggy, and Miggy's like kind of like basically like, oh, you come on, bro, you need me after all this time, you need me, bro, and some like whatever weird hallucination, and then Miggy's like, I need you to do some of the lifting. He comes back to his like his self. Shinichi comes back to himself, and he has Murano in his hand, pulls her up, and they're just laughing, and that's the end of it. So I don't know. I wasn't too much of a fan of the episode of the final episode, but it was what it was, man. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was nothing special. I definitely going into it. I thought I'm like, why we got a whole episode on this?
That's what I'm
I
saying.
was like,
What we finna do?
I was like, what is this? But then they introduced a serial killer. That was the little bit of spice to not have the whole episode be plain.
Yeah,
And I did like the spice, but we definitely didn't need a whole episode.
we
But
didn't
I
need it.
guess I guess they couldn't release half an episode. I
The
don't
fuck they
know,
couldn't. They
but
should,
yeah,
bro. They should have ended
they
that.
they could have made the previous one longer, I guess.
Yeah, like something, bro. Like we didn't need a whole nother episode for that. But anywho, my favorite character. We're about to go into a favorite character and rating. So everybody, give me your favorite character and your rating. My favorite character was Miggy. Miggy. Then I'll probably say Reiko. Then Shinichi.
No. Yeah, at first,
Miggy and Kana. Okay.
at at first I was like going back and forth between Miggy and Shinichi, but then once Shinichi had his first little breakdown, I was like, all right, Miggy got it. I was like, Miggy got it. Shinichi
God.
showed weakness. You know what I'm saying?
That's okay if he show weakness. It's just
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine for him, not
he
for
never
me.
he never he never fully redeemed himself. But I was happy that he got the cheeks.
he,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
he did redeem himself from the first set of weakness. Then the second
He
set of
did. He
weakness,
did. The second says what I'm talking about. Yeah.
yeah, the second set of weakness, I was like, yeah, Miggy definitely got one up on you. But then Reiko started creeping in there, bro. When
Reiko is
she's in here
tough.
bodying people, laughing her ass off, like I'm like, oh yes. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to Miggy, and then Reiko.
Yep.
And I did like Murano with her little. Are you really Shinichi? But we're gonna just leave it at Miggy and Reiko.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, mine's Miggy and Reiko, and then Shinichi be third. But yeah.
Yeah, Shinichi. I forgot.
Yeah. I mean, all in all, I think it was a good watch. But like I said before, I think the second half was on the weaker side. A lot of plot, a lot of fault in the plot, bro. I have been tapped in, but I didn't rewatch, so I can't give it a valid rating. It's been a real hot minute. Same excuses to McBrien. That's not being on any streaming sites was brutal. I couldn't do it. I only watch on my commute, and if I can't download the episodes, the reception makes streaming impossible. I was like, okay, that's all good. It's all good. I definitely think if you guys can somehow, some way watch it, I would definitely say rewatch it or watch it if it's your first time. I think it's worthy
check
of
out
that.
our WeebWatch because we was talking long about this. Shit.
Honestly, we went really into depth. So if you didn't watch it, shit, here's the synopsis. Here's the summary, bro. Here's the spark notes. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't our intention to go long, but at the same time, like there's a lot to unpack in this episode. If it was a bullshit ass, like boring ass anime, this shit would have been like an hour. But because it was something that was substantial and like had, you know, a lot of good parts, a lot of key components, I think it was worthy of the length. Chuck said not a big fan of how origami was depicted in the anime. He was way cooler in the manga. Oh, really? Okay, so they made him a hoe. Okay.
Origami?
I think Shinichi, right? You talking about Shinichi? Is that his last name? I think his last name is Origami. You remember enough to rate? Yeah, nah, the fair, Chris. I appreciate that actually. 8.3 for me. Felt like it. If it stuck the landing at the end, I would have liked it more. Oh, the serial killer. Oh yeah, he was a hoe. He was a whole hoe. I was like, this motherfucker a chump, bro. All right, 8.3 for Smithy. I did get Jay Will's rating, but you know, he had some important things to attend to, so he really couldn't make it. But Kyle said 8.3.
Yeah, I will say this is definitely one you got to rewatch because I seen this shit twice before, and I 100% needed that whole rewatch.
Jay Will gave it a 9, so Jay Will really liked this one. Really liked this one. I don't know if it was his first or second watch, but he said 9. And I would love to hear his take on it too. For me personally, if they start the landing, I think it was his okay, bet. Rewatch, okay, bet. I think if they start the landing, personally, I could have saw this one be in the higher 8s. For me personally, I just think like I said, the second half there were just a lot of holes, a lot of, you know, unfavorable things they were doing. So I think I'm gonna go. For me, it was between two ratings. I gotta see. Uh, I liked it. I'm not gonna lie. The first half, the first half was strong, or even like a little bit more than first half was strong. So I'm not gonna hold the rating. I'm gonna give this one an 8.4. I'm gonna give this one an 8.4. Because the first half and a little bit past first half was strong. So while they had their faults, while they didn't stick the landing, um, you know, it would have been a higher for me substantially. But I'll give it an 8.4. You know, I'll give it an 8.4. I definitely mentioned this one also. Yeah, you did. CJ also mentioned it too, so it's probably a couple people's rec. I think a lot of us signed off on it. CJ, what's yours? What's your pick? What's your rating?
I don't know yet, but my girl,
Okay.
per my anime list rating is a 9 for this one.
Damn. Okay. Straight up. So 9.
I don't know her exact rating, but that's what it is, a 9.
All right. Them people was mad long. All right, guys, I get it. It was long. It's not the first time we had a long. Like damn. It's not the first time we had a long WeebWatch, bro. Okay, we just had to get to the. You know, there's a lot of stuff to cover, man. If we didn't, yo, I'm not gonna lie, we could have cut this to an hour, and we wouldn't have, like, if we cut this to an hour, we would have been up to bro getting sniped on the roof. So shit wasn't even good. Okay, we know that you have bad takes. It's fine, bro. Chuck said 8.5.
Can you scroll over? Can you scroll over on the thing
Oh,
to the left there?
Let me put Chuck's down real quick. Chuck said 8.5 was the one I would recommend. Okay, 8.5. Okay, you said scroll over.
You can just keep scrolling slowly.
Oh shit, my fault. Okay, let me go slow. But yeah, okay, we know you have bad takes, bro. We're not even trying to hear that right now, bro. I love you, Brody, but you smoking crack, dude. Smoking crack. Smithy Glaze slows WeebWatch down. Shut the fuck up, Mike Ryan. He watched it. You didn't. You was in Disney, bro. You actually fuck with AOT a bit. AOT is gas. You better fuck. You should fuck with AOT, bro. That shit is fucking heat. You made it past 5 episodes? All right, keep it going. You got your picture or not?
We get in there.
Bro.
You could go a little faster.
Man. Bruh. There's no way you don't have. There's no way you don't have your pick. Your fucking rating, bro.
It's between these two. Shit. It's tough.
All right, that's all I'm going. That's all I'm
I'ma
going to.
say I'm
Favorite character
gonna
was
give this
Goto.
here. Uh,
Chuck said favorite character was Goto. He wasn't bitch made like Shinichi. He was cool headed and calculated, and basically existed just to fight. He was about that smoke. That's a fact, bro. He definitely was about the smoke. Goto was him for real, bro. He had the best action scene too, bro. Give him a couple more points. That shit was heat. Yeah,
so this is on my top 20, and upon rewatching it for like
the third time.
what's the third time ish, it moved up on my ratings because the fact that I watched this shit 3 times and I thought it was actually a little better this time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is actually a really good show because we watched so many good shows since
Yeah.
2020, and I was still like really impressed by this shit that I saw twice already.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give it an 8.6.
I knew it. I should have put it early too. I knew you were gonna say 8.6, bro. I knew you were gonna say 8.6.
See, my one thing is I think I give what a lookism an 8.7 or 8.
I called it, right? I called it, bro. You gave Lookism an 8.8.
Yeah, but lookism is not in my top 20 because the ending left
Rewatchability.
a lot of uncertainty.
Yeah, and rewatchability,
It's
right?
just the rewatch is good because I watched it twice. It was still banging,
Oh, that's
but
true. That's true.
the ending it left a lot of uncertainty. Like it could turn into a completely different show that's trash.
Yeah,
So I can't just toss it in my top 20 when this shit could turn into a complete different show the next season.
that's fair.
So I need
It's
some
easy.
more continuation to see how that goes.
All
But
right.
yeah, I did rate Lookism more or higher, but it's not in my top 20, but Parasite is.
Okay. All right. So we got 8.6 for CJ. We got 9 for CJ's girl. We got 8.4 from me. 8.3 from Kyle. 8.5 from Chuck, and a 9 from Jay Will. The average is 8.6, and we're waiting to get more ratings from some of our other members. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it was a really good watch. I was pleasantly surprised. I just think I think towards the tail end they were just dropping the ball and they didn't really like land it too well. But I would definitely recommend this show because it had me hooked, and I was like, I didn't think I was gonna like it at all, especially with the fucking weird animation with the parasites. That shit was like wonky as fuck. But I liked it. I ended up liking it a lot. Was that first? That was my first watch for it. My first watch for it. So W's, man. Let's get to the wheel. We got 2 spins today. We got a spin for the weekly. I know, right? Yeah, yeah. We got to spin for the weekly. We got to spin for the month. Okay, which one do we want to do first? Month or week? Month or weekly?
Month.
Month. Weekly? Okay. I got 1 monthly, 1 weekly. Let me know, y'all. Weekly or monthly? Weekly? We got 2 weekly, 2 weeklies.
All right, let's get it weekly.
Fuck it, weekly it is. All right. Our options: 86, Made in the Abyss, Elusive Samurai, Doro Hidoro, Clash of the Elite, reincarnated as an aristocrat. Sympho Gear, I Taxi, Howl's Moving Castle, which is a movie. Undead, Unwanted Adventurer. Aren't we supposed to have what's called in here, or did we take it off? The Evergarden movie.
We didn't take it off.
Okay, so it's supposed to be Violet Evergarden movie. I don't know why it keeps escaping, but yeah. Yo, Thai, let's get. I'm making this will in favor of Gurren Lagann. I'm dead. One thing I will tell you, Thai, is that's not how it works, brother. But the will knows all, and it will make you pay if you show favor. With that being said, wheel. We're gonna go relatively fast here.
Just reaction farming as usual.
All right, Made in the Abyss is gone. Almighty Will, we stand by the will. We, you know, the will makes no mistakes. No mistakes. Okay. Well, you never want to tip your hand with the wheel. That's all I'm gonna say, Diet. You never want to tip your hand, man. You never want to tip your hand. I promise you. It's happened in real time. Like in real time, all the time. Ooh, Odd Taxi by the skin of his neck out, bro.
LK.
86 is gone.
LK, are you stupid? This came out before Chainsaw Man and is nothing like Chainsaw Man.
Also, I think we got better ratings for this one than Chainsaw Man. Shut up. Sympho Gear is out. Let me just quickly see that, because where's Chainsaw Man?
Chainsaw Man is carried by action, bro. It's action and titties. Literally, that's it. If you think this is like Chainsaw Man, I mean, actually, it don't matter what you think, actually. You could think whatever you want.
I actually want to see. Okay. Chainsaw Man. Yeah, Chainsaw Man, the average was 8.4. So this one was 8.6. So this is higher than Chainsaw Man. But anyways, that's our regular schedule point.
Nothing wrong with action titties. I'm just saying, like, he's talking about an actual competent show that's carried mostly by story versus an action show.
True. True. Okay. Howl's Moving Castle is gone. By our top four: Elusive Samurai, Clash of the Elite, reincarnated as an aristocrat, and Violet Evergarden movie. Boom. Clash of the Elite is gone. You want a little fan service when they're out of a slightly evil bad bitch? No, there's nothing wrong with it, but he was coming for his top 20, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's a little different. 33.66 now, Chris. I know. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, bro. This wheel of bitch, yo. Hold on, chill out. We gotta time out. Okay. See, we gotta time out. Okay, bro. Elusive Samurai is gone. Reincarnated as an aristocrat, and Violet Evergarden a movie. He said, "Fuck, I'm leaving." You only see 5 animes? I do remember that, Ty. You said you haven't seen a lot. All right. The winner is Violet Evergarden movie. Let's go.
All right, cool. I wanted to get this out the way.
Cool. Yeah, I wanted to get this out the way
because
as
it's
well.
fresh.
Yep, it's fresh, and we finally got a movie, so I'm okay with it. I'll take it.
This is gonna be a fast watch, and then you can start the monthly.
Yep, 100%. Fuck off, bro. I'm not going to Disney again. Listen. Oh, you said I'm going to Disney again. I'm dead. This shit's so ass. Yeah, okay. The short week. Listen, I think after a monthly, having a little short week is not bad at all. But anyways, the wheel doesn't give a fuck what anybody says. So time for the monthly.
Especially, we're already cut into this month.
Exactly. Like, also, yeah, we cut into this month, and we just watched it. So you want to watch this after we just watched the fucking first season. You know what I'm saying? Like, not when you forget it and it's too late. You know what I'm saying? It's still relevant. It's still in your mind. You can still recall it. So, yeah. All right. For the monthlies, we got Dungeon Meshi, Code Geass, Gurren Lagann, Rurouni Kenshin, Norahyo no Mago, Haikyuu, Vinland Saga, and Soma Spider. Let's ball. Okay, Code Geass is the first one out. Okay, Haikyuu is out. Gonna be an interesting month. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting month. Vinland is out. Rurouni Kenshin is out. Okay, stop talking, bro. Shut up. Stop. Yeah, we'll see you next week. Cause you out here bringing bad juju, talking hot and talking crazy, bro. You out here afflicting damage. All right. We need that negativity. Oh shit. Gurren Lagann is out. Final two. So I'm a spider.
Was
And
that again? Is that Delicious in Dungeon?
yeah, Delicious in Dungeon. Yeah. So I'm a spider and Delicious in Dungeon. Let's ball. Dungeon Meshi has left the chat. So I'm a spider is the monthly.
I summoned a veto.
We got a veto. We got a veto. CJ has used his Mickey powers as the right hand and has summoned a veto. Never thought I'd be happy, but I'll eat it. So for most people who don't know, because he's my co-host, because he's my right hand, CJ gets one veto every 2 months. If he doesn't use it, it does not stack or accumulate. It's whenever he uses it, he has 2 months from that time. So now the next time he can veto is May 2nd. So CJ, what would you like to use your veto powers for? Let me put it up. Let me get them all in a thing. Hold on. Okay. What would you like to use your veto powers on?
We're going straight for Gurren Lagann.
Gurren. He just picks. Correct. Correct. Reader spins? No. No. He said, I'm back out. No, he gets to pick. He gets to pick. Too much power? Oh my God, shut up. I already explained this to y'all, bro. I don't need y'all yapping and chirping, bro. I explained this already. Get lost. Straight up. Y'all motherfuckers, listen, I don't want to hear nothing, especially because motherfuckers was in Disney this whole week, okay? Y'all didn't even attempt. Y'all had a month. And y'all didn't even attempt. So I don't even want to hear it, Chris. You, McBiggie, y'all can't say ish right now. Y'all can't say ish right now, bro. 2007, oh God. I mean, listen, bro. The Parasite was 2011. That will pierce the heavens. I'm that died. Gurren Lagann will be the pick for this month. W Vito. CJ's first of 2026. It could be only, we don't know. But yes, that means Spider can't get vetoed again, correct. So once a pick has been vetoed, it can't get vetoed again. So we're gonna put a little star next to it. Actually, let me put it on my notepad. So that we know that it can't get vetoed again.
Yo, it's okay, LK. Go watch the spider one and leave us alone.
Go watch the Spider one, it's crazy. All right, so Gurren Lagann is this week's pick. Is this month's pick, and this week's pick is Violet Evergarden movie. We watched W Parasite. I know it was a longer one. It was long for us too, but hey, man, you gotta. We can't just skimp out, and we can't just not give animes their requisite time because we want to skip through or because we didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just be like, whatever, bro. It was long, but it is what it is, man. But anyways, W's in the chat, man. We're gonna pack it up here. I'm gonna be switching to a game, but W Parasite definitely worth the watch. I definitely think anybody and everybody should recommend it and or watch it or rewatch it if you haven't watched it in a long time. It was a very interesting and different type of anime. I'm not gonna lie.